That one, it didn't, they didn't send me the little L brackets for this guy. That's annoying.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, usually when you order those, they come with these little like L brackets for mounting to make mounting easy.
Yeah.
But I swear those L brackets were not in the box. Let me go double check. I mean, I threw the box away, but this time it was just the power supply. I ended up with the 350 watt version of the power supply. Yeah, no L brackets. Thanks, jerks. All right. Yeah, this time I ended up with the 350 watt instead of the 200 watt, just because the 350 watt would get here faster and they cost the same. So we've got extra overkill power for the 5 volt. I mean, I think this thing does ridiculous amperage, 60 amps. That's a little overkill. And I've got 3 15 volt supplies and 2 5 volt supplies, which I think is all we really need.
You didn't get you're going to use a 15 volt for the 12 volt?
We're going to use a 15 volt for the 16 volt. We don't have a 12 volt.
16 volt. That's right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, we're just going to crank the 15 volt one up until it reads 16 volt. Oh, but I did want to check before we get too deep into this. Let me slide this guy off the table here. I wanted to trace out. Tom, you're here, right? That was your voice I heard, right?
That's me. Yep.
Yeah. If you've got the thing open,
yep.
Could you tell me which pins on the backplane connector here are the 15 volt pins? I would like to try and track those down.
Sure.
Because I'm curious about the 15 volt AC that we were talking about. Like I feel like there's a strong possibility just flat doesn't go anywhere.
Let's see. Zigzags around a bit.
Oh, I just need to know the pin number of the edge connector.
Yeah, I was going to look at it on the back plane, but there's no sense in doing that. All I got to do is go to the schematic that's got the regulator on it, or regulators. They're just using LM320 and 340 regulators, so it's just a very simple analog.
And I'm looking at this thing and I don't see
Okay,
any traces for that.
Pin 36 and pin 35. It's almost wiped out.
36 and 35 would be in the same column.
Yes.
Okay. So let's go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18.
Let me
20,
confirm that 35 and 36.
28, 30, 32, 34, 36 looks like a ground plane.
Really? Let me trace it on the back plane real quick. I've got to find that stupid page again. 85, isn't it? Yeah, I never remember that.
30, 32, 34, 36. Yeah, 36 is connected to pins 1 and 2. And a bunch of other pins as well. And yeah, right. It's either 5 volts or ground, one of the two.
Oh. All right, I'm going to expand this to 2 monitors so I can see it up close.
This backplane was built by EL Fab in Dallas, Texas.
Oh yeah. All right. plus 15 goes up to there, crosses over. It's 30, 34, 35, according to the backplane.
Okay. 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 34. 34 and 33 are going to be tied together. And then 35 and 36 are going to be tied together.
You're on the motherboard. I mean, on the CPU backplane. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those are definitely tied together.
Okay. You're on backplane. I was looking at the regulator board. Yeah.
Oh,
No
yeah,
wonder.
no. I'm on the actual backplane.
My apologies. I wasn't looking at the video. I was looking at the PDF exchange. Let's see. Let's get back to here. Plus 15 is on pin 30.
30. Okay.
Minus 15 on 32.
18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. 32 doesn't have anything on it.
32. I'm sorry. That got screwed up. 17 and 18 for minus 15. They took a left turn.
17 and 18?
17, 18. Yeah, 15, 16 goes to E11. Let's see, XP2. According to this, there's no mention of it on the backplane.
Okay, well, okay, so hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 is going to be negative 15, right?
Yeah.
All right, there's nothing on that. So we don't need to worry about negative 15. Like there's 0 traces.
Okay.
0 wire wrap, 0 traces. So that's 18.
Okay.
20,
I
22,
forgot
24, 26, 28. And then you said 30, right?
Plus 15 is 29, 30.
Okay, that one does actually have a wire wrap on it that goes off into Never Never Land. Looks like it goes to the front panel.
Front panel doesn't have any need for it.
Let me
Front panel only uses plus 5.
Yeah, definitely goes to the front panel.
That's weird.
Trying to figure out which pin. That one right there. Yeah, there it is. Definitely got it on the front panel. I don't think I have it
Doesn't need.
anywhere else.
I wish we had schematics for the AU and front panel boards, but we don't.
Yeah,
They would be the same.
It's not going to any of the IO stuff. Boards. Yeah, IO is where I would have thought it would have went.
Yeah, well, I found out today that IO is using the plus and minus 35 AC to generate the plus and minus 15.
Okay.
And that's used on, well, it's actually, it's a board on your serial board, serial adapter board.
I don't think that serial adapter board has anything on it to rectify and generate AC. Let me pop it out.
Then it may be current loop only then.
Yeah, I'm betting it's current loop only. I mean, it's definitely current loop only. It's not RS-232. But the question is, if it's current loop, does it need the AC?
Well, that board will handle RS-232 as well. Oh, it's supposed to anyway.
No, this board definitely will not handle RS-232. This is a current loop only I/O interface.
Okay, that's not the board I was looking at then.
I mean, it's fine because I'm hooking it up to an ASR33, which
ASR33, yeah,
not a big deal. But the question is does this need that 35 volt AC? And I don't think it does because it has nothing on here to rectify that.
Well, does have you looked at the 33 yet to see if it has power supply for current loop?
The 33 has actually been modified for RS-232, so we're going to have to demod the 33 to make it current loop. And
okay.
I think demodding the 33 is our only option because there's no way we're modding this to be RS-232 compatible unless we build a new I/O card from scratch.
Yeah. Is there any chip on there that you can see that looks like it might be a current loop kind of chip?
Not really, man. I got a bunch of 74H04s. The problem is about half of the chips are so blasted that you can't read anything on them.
Oh.
Yeah, I can only read.
Now the thing is, I mean, interfacing with current loop generally uses opto-isolators, but
yeah, well, we'll cross the I/O bridge when we get to it. First goal is getting that front panel doing stuff. The fact that plus 15 runs to the front panel is intriguing.
That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anything on the front panel that would need plus 15.
That's all 5-volt logic. That's all 5-volt logic.
Yeah, it's all 7400 series stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we got some interesting. I got some SN 37411 and maybe a 413. I'm not really sure what Z18 is. I've never seen those before. And then I've got an SN 41075. Never seen one of those before. Those are all socketed, so those are kind of like unique chips.
That is weird.
All right, well, we'll start without that plus minus 15. And if things don't appear to be working right, then we'll bring it back up. The only other question that I had was, do we need to sequence the plus 16 or the minus 5? But I don't think the original power supply sequenced those anyways.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's get to work tearing down that original power supply then.
Let me shrink this thing down.
Ugh, up you go.
What was that SN part? 41075?
There was a bunch. Let me read them off for you. If I can get this thing back out. There it goes. It was, you ready? There's 4 of them. So it's SN 37411, 37412, The third chip is a 3741 something. Might be a 3, might be a 2. Can't tell. And then the last one is a SN41075.
I think those are ROMs.
Oh, those might be, yeah. That would explain why they're sequentially numbered.
Yeah. I was going through the arithmetic unit manual today and ran across those, let's see, the part numbers. I looked them up and I didn't find anything, but I didn't remember a 4-4. But I do remember the 3-7. Come on, where did it go? Oh, too far down.
Let's get some screwdrivers here. And we are
But
done.
I thought those ROMs were on the front, or on the AU board, not the front panel.
Now, those are definitely on the front panel.
Yeah, the front panel may use its own ROMs. There we go. Yeah, 37, 287, 288, 90, 963, 964. And they're all just TI part numbers. Let's see. Special control. Let me go to the front panel then.
All right. This whole thing's coming apart.
Yes, sir. Might be an idea to keep the filter though.
The filter. Oh, the line filter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to keep that and the breaker.
And the breaker, yeah.
Might want to keep the edge connectors too. You might be able to repurpose them for homebrew or something. They're pretty beefy.
Well, the backplane that's got these big like filter caps on it, it's got to stay in because we need something to connect to the backplane of the computer. So we're gonna rip all the parts off of the backplane, and then we're gonna just go straight from the mean wells to the backplane that's devoid of parts.
Let's see.
I guess that saves you making up a wiring harness too.
Yeah, I just need to go from the mean wells to this guy, which I can just solder to traces because there's no solder mask on there. It's like surprisingly easy to do this. The only trick is that we don't know, what all we need to supply to the machine, supply to the computer, right? We know that we need +5, -5, and +16, but there's also plus and minus 15 volt on there, as well as plus and minus 35 volt AC.
Which we figured out that it's probably around 25 in actuality.
Yeah, but we also just figured out that it's likely that we don't need it for this particular setup that we've got, because it was only being used by the RS-232 IO board, which we don't have.
Right.
So that's something that we can kind of ignore for the time being.
I didn't know when I was going through the arithmetic unit, I did not notice if there was use of the AC for a real-time clock anywhere.
Just gonna...
Oh, let's see. If I go to the index.
Snip those wires. All right. Get... It is a little weird that the +15 makes its way to that front panel. We may buzz that out one more time and see where that pin on the front panel goes to.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, we're going to come back to you. We're going to continue stripping this guy down. God, it's just a rusty nightmare inside this box. There's a big like power resistor in here. Those are always interesting. Big wire wound thing. It's wild that like it's a switch mode, but it also still has a linear sized. Yeah, it's got a linear sized transformer in it because it's still doing some linear regulation, right?
It's doing. They've got linear regulation for the plus and minus, or plus 5 minus, or not minus 5 plus 16. But the 5 volts is switch mode, but it's only after the transformer.
Oh, you're gonna make me get something on those, aren't you? You jerk. Oh,
Rust is right.
That one's very stuck. Well, not only are they rusted, they're not captive. So the top side spins. There we go. That's one down. But that one does not want to budge. If I can get the rest loose, I might be able to... Oh, you're going to make me get a wrench on the front side here. Yeah, if I can get the rest loose, I can maybe use the entire transformer to break loose the one that is not coming loose. It's gross in that thing, man. It is a rusty nightmare. We should have pulled it down all the way from day one. That would have been the only way to make sure that it was really clean. And probably on day one, we would have gone, no, this ain't worth it. All right, let's see. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see like just how gross and rusty this thing is on the inside.
You can see the transformer, but...
Oh, it is disgusting. I do not have enough hands. Yeah, you guys are talking about the front panel. This one, the 980s definitely have LEDs. But I don't know if like the early Charles was saying the 960 had LEDs on the front, but maybe they had a version of lamps or something instead. I don't know.
Or the 960? No, 960 was all LED.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, the only thing that I can think of is like if those ROMs need a 15-volt voltage, have a 15-volt voltage rail, you know? That's not unheard of for a ROM.
Especially old ones, but I think they're TTL based. They're basically a 74-188.
Come on. Yeah, before we power it up, we'll pull that front panel back out and the backplane back out, and we'll double check where that 15 volt goes. I mean, the negative 15 isn't wired to anything on the backplane, so I think we're clear with not putting that mean well in.
Yeah.
But the positive 15 definitely had a wire wrap wire on it, so I mean, assuming I was on the right pen, it's entirely possible that I wasn't.
You know what I just thought of? Once you get, if you really want to know if it's used or not, put everything back together and then just measure the resistance across it. If you get infinite resistance, then there's nothing across it.
That's a good idea. From it to ground
Yep.
or something. Yeah. This is gonna fight me, isn't it? I mean, I should have grabbed an actual like real wrench, but I'm gonna do this with pliers. There we go. Oh my gosh. It is just the worst amount of rust. All right.
Fighting your tooth and nail.
Yeah, that's because dude left it outside for 20 years or more.
Did I ever show you the pictures of the Lisp machine stuff when it got here?
No.
I'll have to show you that at some time. The rust was so bad that it had soaked into the plastic wrapping that was put around the machines to move them. What had happened was they were in an East Coast garage for around 25 years, 20 to 25 years, and a piece of tree had fallen through the roof, opened a hole a couple feet square, and so they were basically just sitting in salt sea air for decades.
Oh man, that's gross. I feel like
Yeah.
I've seen cars like that.
Yeah, but at least we got it to run long enough to pull all the firmware and everything off of them that we really needed. So,
I mean, I can see somebody's been in here before because there's a giant washer on one of the legs that's all shiny. Let's just hold that. Look, man, I don't care if you break. This just like not wanting to do anything. It's got to stop though. There you go. All right. There is 3 of the transformer bolts loose and out. Now, for the really bad one, and it is indeed really bad. Let's go. Upside down with it here. Oh, that's gross. I'm gonna have to vacuum. Come on, let loose. There you go.
What gets me is that TI used the stupid blade. I mean, Phillips have their problems, but
Oh
I
man,
hate blade screws because your screwdriver constantly slips right off of the screw, sometimes damaging you.
yeah, and it's always super easy to strip them out if you have to put a lot of torque on them, which you often do because things rust.
Phillips screws can be pretty miserable for that too, though. Like
they're better. Like if you get like the JIS standard that like all the Japanese cars use, and then you get the proper JIS screwdriver that goes with it, that stuff like locks in. I've never stripped one.
Though.
Yeah, they're not Phillips, but they're just like a plus drive or whatever they're called.
Yeah, cruciform is what I've heard
3/8.
called.
3/8 open end is what I need.
Yeah, like the JIS ones are more like pause drive, but I think that they're slightly different, but those are fine, but it's Phillips specifically that are like actually designed to cam out.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different types out there, but they're all better than flathead.
Yeah.
I particularly hate flathead though.
9 times out of 10, when I've seen somebody strip out Phillips, it's because they always got a screwdriver with the wrong depth.
Yeah, they got the wrong type of screwdriver, and then they put way too much force into it.
And that you can tell they've done it when you get the screw and the center of it is all cammed out, and then the outer edges are completely untouched.
There's also the problem of using a cheap Phillips screwdriver that carves a notch into the teeth. So it destroys itself and then destroys screws.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
This one is
Buy decent tools, people. My stepdad and I didn't agree on a whole lot of stuff, but he bought Snap-on exclusively because his tools were his livelihood, and those tools outlived him. I still use the ones that I kept.
I have some made in US Craftsman and Stanley screwdrivers that are still great. But the newer stuff is not as good. And even like Jensen, I have a Jensen computer repair toolkit from the mid 90s that is great. But if you buy later Jensen tools, like in the last 5-10 years, they're made overseas, and the screwdrivers just aren't as good.
Come on, you're almost there.
Now, if you exclusively work on smaller stuff, I've heard good things about the iFixit toolkits. Apparently, they put real money into making them, and so they're decent.
Yeah, the
They are
iFixit
good.
toolkits are good. I had one,
Yep.
and then AJ accidentally stole it, and I haven't replaced it yet.
I've got a couple of them, and they've all been really good, and the bits are high quality. And I've heard that the Linus Tech Tip ones are good, but they're really high priced, so I'm not buying one of them.
I
Linus
bought a
Tech Tip
kit
being
that-
high priced, say it isn't so.
I bought a kit from Strebo. It's Strebito. Strebito. It's massive. Has an electric driver, magnetizer, demagnetizer, just all kinds of bits. It's a very nice kit. I was very pleased with it.
Yeah, the name sounds like one of those made-up random character generator names that the Chinese use to register corporations on Amazon, though.
It's possible.
I like my Weehaw.
Yeah.
Weehaw.
Yeah, you know you're onto something good when the name starts with X's and Q's.
Ain't that the truth? Oh man.
Or a series of three random English sounding syllables.
I did buy a couple years ago. I bought the Mega Pro automotive ratcheting screwdriver, which is what the LTT screwdriver is based on. That's the same ratcheting mechanism. And that thing is great. The bits that it came with are great, and it's made in Canada.
I can't use a ratcheting screwdriver, man. My brain just doesn't parse it.
I rarely use the ratchet. I just leave it locked and use it as a regular screwdriver. The bit storage inside the handle, where it pops out of the handle and it's like spring loaded, is so nice.
I just don't know why we're not using more Robertsons.
Because they're evil.
You all need to look at Bergeon tools.
I always liked that on like compact computers, just about everything was a Torx T15.
Oh yeah, the ones with they were hybrid, so they had a flat tip screwdriver run through them.
Right. Yeah, you could use them with a flat, but it was a flat blade, but it was captive, so it wouldn't slide out.
Right.
I put a link in for, I think it's 9 screwdrivers. It's $300. That's German. It's the ones they use to repair mechanical wristwatches.
Oh yeah.
All right,
It blows me away that there's a whole another level beyond electronics.
I watch the Wristwatch Revival channel, and they have their own. They sell tools as well, but you know, it's like high end screwdrivers like that.
I freaking love that guy. He's the Bob Ross of wristwatches.
It's so interesting to watch this guy just repair, you know, a mechanical watch.
I've been binging projects in flight lately.
For the screwdriver review, I think Project Farm did the best one. That guy's reviews are great.
Oh, is that the one where the guy buys a bunch of them and puts them in machines that twist them and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. He torture tests all this stuff, and it's really interesting to see what fails when and what really is worth it or not. It's like, oddly enough, like Husky tools and toolboxes are pretty decent.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, he's pretty good because he actually shows the work. I like that. I just can never remember the name of his channel.
Project.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the bottom of that transformer.
Let me take a-
that is crunchy.
The market left.
Is
Yeah,
there
yeah, you can see, you can see the
Is there
rusty
still-
mark that it left.
Yeah, the iron core is just shot.
Oh man,
did
this
it-
thing is just garbage.
Is it still damp underneath it?
No, it's not
Uh,
damp. It's just gross.
Yeah, it doesn't look wet because then you would see. Yeah,
It's just nasty, man. Here we go. I got
think it
two
worked.
pictures coming in.
Time for simple green.
looks almost like
Yeah.
something's written in the rust.
Probably
On
mold.
in the
On
rust
the
on
bottom.
the.
Yeah, don't that from our angle it looks like lettering.
Oh, in here?
Yeah, see up by the top of, well, the top facing away, it looks like something LL or maybe LH. Maybe it's a trick of the exposure.
Yeah, I think it's probably a trick of the exposure.
It's the JPEG pixels are.
Yeah, the JPEG pixels are creating something because that's just all you're seeing is the rust from the plates
Yeah,
of the
in
transformer.
street. Yeah. Yeah, they're
All right.
also straight. They look like gouges, like somebody went
going outside.
wild with a wire brush or something.
It's gross. This is bad. I'm not even like I'm a hoarder. I always like, oh, I pulled a transformer out of something. I'll put it in my transformer box. Like that one is just going straight to scrap metal.
Yeah.
And I need simple green and rags.
Yeah, the
Pull the
core on
copper
that
out.
thing is shot. There's no saving that.
I mean, I'm
Pull the
surprised
copper
it
out.
didn't like go up in smoke. We had power into that thing a lot.
Yeah.
Well, it's just going to change the reactants. I think that's right. Core composition changes reactants.
Yeah, you're gonna short the plates.
Yeah, so the core would saturate differently than it would otherwise.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, we don't need all of this stuff on the back here. So we're going to get rid of the switch, and I'm going to keep the switch.
Now the question is copper high enough to make it worth separating?
Nope. Not even a little bit. I mean, copper, it would have to be like $1,000 a pound.
Especially for how much of a pain in the neck that's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe I'm not keeping that switch. It is also very rusty and gross. There is just not a whole lot of good parts left on this thing, man.
How is the circuit breaker?
Well, it was working, so I'm going to leave it in there because we were using the circuit breaker to turn things on and off.
Yeah.
And I
it's
think
not like it's going to be under as much load with the meanwhiles.
yeah. And I think the fuse holders are probably still fine too.
Yeah, if those were bad, we would have seen a lot less than what we did. I mean, even with all this damage, it was pretty damn close to running. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
which is surprising.
Yeah, it really wanted to go. It just didn't have it in it.
Yeah, I think that I forget which board it was. The second board, the lower board.
Memory, no.
Yeah, that's
Memory
the one.
off.
I think that one was just not going to get there.
Yeah, especially not with that little relay as corroded as it was.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Is that copper on the paper of the transformer?
Is that copper on the transformer? What are you talking about?
The paper of the transformer is all green.
Yeah, it's
Is
got
that
vertigo.
the corroded
Yeah.
copper coils?
Could be.
A lot of transformers will have a wrap of a copper around the outside of the windings.
Oh, it could be flat copper. Either way, it is that green is corroded copper. Okay, it may not be the it
Not
may
the
be a flat
winding.
winding.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's corrosion all over the place.
He said he left it outside. He didn't say he left it in a freaking bog.
Yeah, it is kind of rough. Texas is dry, but man, this is not good.
West Texas is dry, but
Yeah, we're kind of right in that halfway point between West Texas and swampy East Texas. So like depending on the year, it'll be just full on drought here, or it'll be like a tropical wonderland, and it just kind of moves back and forth.
oh, yeah, a lot of storms come up from the Gulf.
Damn. Well, first blood.
Uh-oh.
That one might actually give me something.
Yeah, I would go clean that out real quick.
Yeah.
Nah.
'Cause this thing is nasty.
I'm about to get a whole lot worse. So let me finish cleaning this and then I'll go wash my hands.
When was your last tetanus shot?
When was my last tetanus shot? Moderately recently, like within the last 10 years.
Oh, then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking back. My last tetanus shot was when I was on active duty in the Navy. So that was 30 years ago now.
Yeah, I remember I sliced myself something. I sliced myself on something bad and I was worried about it. So I went and got a tetanus shot or something like that. I don't remember. But it was after I moved back from Japan, so within the last 10 to well, we haven't been here for 15, I don't think, but moderately recently.
I think my last tetanus shot was in 1991 or 1992. Somewhere around there.
It was 94 or 95 was the last time I had one, I think.
Yeah, I had one a few years ago.
Could
It's
you
been quite a while
pan,
before that.
I don't think I need that
could you
terminal
pan
block
right
anymore.
just a little bit?
Oh, you guys just not thank you. Go let me know when I'm doing that. There you go. I don't need this terminal block anymore, so it can come out. if it can come out.
That's better. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah.
power supply is interesting, but
Yeah. I'm having second thoughts about that line filter, but I mean, it hadn't exploded, so I think it's probably all right. But I tell you what, I am going to remove it so I can clean it.
at least clean under it and clean it. And
Yeah.
is that bracket spot welded on?
No, it's just screwed in. Oh, you mean
Is that-
the bracket that says 115 volts above it? Yeah, that one's spot welded on.
Is that power cord at all stiff? Would it be worth replacing?
No, it's not that bad actually. I was surprised. I wasn't
That
that
is
nervous
surprising.
about it. I mean, it is a little stiff, but it's not like cracked or broken or anything, so I figure we're gonna keep sending that thing. Oof. Yeah, I don't know about that line filter. I'll show you the backside of that thing. I mean, I never use line filters on my mean wells anyways. There's my phone in my pocket where it's supposed to be.
The meanwhile,
Yeah.
circuitry in them to prevent feeding noise back into the line.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
we
they
need
do.
I don't think we need that line filter.
Yeah, you're right.
Especially after you see the backside of it here.
I can see it on the video.
Considering the stain that left on the aluminum.
Yeah.
That too. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. It's not good.
Well, and that's dissimilar metals corrosion there too.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind
True.
of crunchy.
I'm just gonna strip the whole thing, man. We'll put
There was
pieces
a-
back in.
There was a whole section of my avionics A school in the Navy that was on corrosion control.
From dissimilar metals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dissimilar metals, intercrystalline corrosion,
Yeah.
saltwater. Oh man, saltwater's evil.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Navy. Everything is going to sea.
Exactly. Well, there's also a big section on conformal coatings and stripping those and replacing them, because the circuit cards and most of the gear I worked on were all conformal coated.
Oh
Want
man,
some creme brulee?
Adam, you sent me that video. I think you were the one that sent me that video. That was like maybe, I don't know. Somebody sent it to me. That was like burrows in the 70s, and they were like spraying conformal coating onto PCBs, and it was just like two girls, no mask, like kitchen rubber gloves. I
Oh,
was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was. I sent it to you, but TDK found it. He gets the
Okay.
kill there.
I was like, there's a lot of stuff going on in this video, but that one is rough.
I was cleaning aircraft components using trichloroethane in the 1980s.
oh, I remember that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's fine as long as you have some ventilation. But I was under the wing of an airplane on a really calm day, and I passed out and woke up about a half an hour later on the
Oh,
work
jeez.
that I was on. Fortunately, it was one of those rectangular work stands with the rails all the way around it, so I didn't fall off.
You just took a nap at work, that's all.
Yeah, outdoors in the sun for 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's good for your skin.
Ugh.
Oh, it was Sperry,
Oh, Sperry, not Burroughs.
Oh yeah.
1975, and that's would that have been polyester by then? I'm not sure.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it was not good for you.
Oh, none of it's good for you.
All right.
Probably dissolving.
The angry lady in that is the best Easter egg. But there is a lot of great stuff in that.
Yeah, it was just I was watching it and it was like the two ladies that were just like looked like they just had like kitchen gloves on and they were just spraying and the narrator was like, and we'll even do conformal coating. And I was like, those ladies are gonna die.
That was probably either acrylic or polyurethane for the era.
Still not good for the lungs.
Oh,
No.
it definitely isn't, because that usually has isocyanate in it. Yeah, that stuff will give you asthma if you breathe it in too much.
And the acrylics would have been using like toluene or methylene chloride as solvents. You don't really want to break either one of those.
Toluene's good, man. They use that in carburetor cleaner.
Yeah.
That stuff will hurt. Like I always like brake cleaner's rough. And brake cleaner uses xylene. And I've gotten brake cleaner in the eye and breathed the brake cleaner before. And I'm always like, brake cleaner's bad, but carb cleaner is so much worse.
You know, the really good carb cleaner is no longer available. The chemical's been banned.
MEK?
It's not surprising.
No, not MEK. The stuff that you dip a whole carburetor in that came in like a steel can.
Oh, that, yeah.
I mean, you can still get modern carb cleaner like that. That's a whole can.
You can, but it doesn't work as good.
Yeah, the chemical's different.
Yeah, the stuff that they used to make, would basically eat any kind of plastics or anything. I mean, it was wonderful.
Methylene chloride.
Yeah, that may have been it.
That sounds bad. Just the name alone makes you go, "Oh, that's dangerous."
Yeah, I think it was Watch JR Go did a video last year about it.
What was the stuff that you ran? No, go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted.
No, it was they were working on a car, and the can of carburetor cleaner that they've been using had been there for 20 years. So they went to the parts store and discovered that that they'd ended production, and it was like one of the last 3 cans in Wichita, Kansas they could buy.
Oh. What was the stuff that you ran through a carburetor? Let the engine run.
Oh, so you're thinking of seafoam.
Seafoam?
Maybe. Yeah, seafoam is a really popular one nowadays. I don't know about back in the day.
You can buy Techron as a separate additive, and that's the stuff that's in Chevron fuel. But
yeah,
and I've used that. That works really well, actually.
Back in the day, wasn't it rice? To clean the you're talking about to clean the cylinders?
Oh no, that's walnut shells that they use to break down the carbon.
Yeah.
That's one thing these new direct injection engines really have trouble with is carbon buildup.
Oh yeah, they run such high pressures for the direct injectors.
I don't know if seafoam works or not, but it sure is a lot of fun to use.
All right.
The smoke show.
Yeah, I don't use seafoam. Everybody claims that it's like really great, but I'm like, just get your engine running right, man.
There were people that used to swear on like cleaning your cylinders and your valves by dripping transmission fluid down the intake of a carburetor.
Ugh.
I mean, I could see using like a transmission fluid WD-40 mixture to like try to free up a cylinder, an engine that wouldn't turn over. Like
that's quite common.
Yeah, that sounds like a diesel thing.
Yeah, might be.
Marvel Mystery Oil.
This is the one that's going to
That's
break.
what you're supposed to put in.
You're going to break off, but I want you to. So just do it so I can throw the capacitor away. Nope, that wasn't it.
Oh, you don't want to keep it?
This is the one that like the screw is seized into the capacitor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So something's
Careful.
gonna break here. I think I might have actually just gotten the screw loose.
Seems to be turning.
It's
Yeah.
moving more freely as the video goes along.
I don't think I'll save that capacitor, but it didn't break, so that's something.
That's amazing.
You want to tap through it?
A lot of corrosion on that terminal, but
I got a whole box of really high quality caps from like jail electron microscope equipment. From the guy that I got the OJ from. He was just like, here's a bunch of really nice high quality caps, and I'm never going to use these. So here. Shit. All right. Thanks.
Well, and you know, big caps like that are expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's probably $1,000 worth of caps or something like that. I mean, it's insane. And just like nice high quality caps. I got a whole box of them up there now. I do think I'll keep these three though, because they were not bad if I remember.
yeah.
These two are Mallory's. This one is garbage. This one is a Sprague. And the mount for it has probably permanently stained it.
33,000.
Yeah, it's a big.
33,000 microfarad. Yeah.
No, this one's a 49,000 microfarad.
49.
Yeah, big girl.
CTX.
For that monster, you should keep that bracket.
No, that bracket is very rusty.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
Oh,
some of the bracket
see
got
by the
left. Yes. A decent chunk of the bracket got left on the cap. Yeah, if I need a new bracket, I'll just make a bracket. I mean, the cap does not appear to have leaked at all. So that's
No, those
good.
are built like brick outhouses.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get that SCR and those diodes off of there.
Yeah.
Sprague.
There's still marks from the one that sparked.
Oh yeah. Yep. There we go. That's too fat. Oh, these are captive. That's nice. Yeah, and my thinking is that we're just gonna solder to the exposed traces here. Solder a big fat wire to one of those traces to get us over to what we needed to get to. And I might, once I get this SCR out, I might leave everything else in. I don't know if any of that stuff is going to get in the way of us injecting power where we are. I don't think it will. Yeah, at Kalara, this is very much so an Evapo Rust commercial at this point. Yeah, this is not a whole lot of ideal going on right now. You're loose. Oh, that's fun. Okay. the bar that is a mount for the back, the top side mount bolts for it were the also the mounting bolts for the capacitor. So with those missing, the thing is just like flapping in the breeze. Let's see if one of these fits. Yeah, there we go. That'll hold it in place. All right. So yeah, one side is ground. One side is 5 volts. So I'm pretty sure this back side's ground. This front side's 5 volts. And I can just do, I could even just like run bolts with eyelets on them if I could get nuts that fit.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like where the caps used to be.
Yeah, we can just go in there. The only thing I don't know is if the 4 diodes that we have here are going to get upset by us putting DC in backwards, but I don't think they will. I don't think they're going to get into anything. I don't know what this big power resistor up here is for. It's not on the main rails. It's on one of the sub rails, I think. Although this is ground.
Is that a resistor or is it an inductor?
Is it a what or a what?
Is it a resistor or is it an inductor?
It says 0.5 ohms on it. 0.05 ohms, I mean.
Then it's a,
Yeah, that's for the current sense.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think any of this, like, it's just 6 diodes, 2 resistors, and the F jumpers, plus that current sense. Like, I don't think any of those will care at all if we're injecting power in this way.
Those are going to be only show up when you connect the 25 volt transformer, if you ever do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how that would be an issue.
50 volt, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think we just leave this as is, put our 5 volt and ground into here, and then figure out which one of these pins is the plus 16. I need to get a Scotch-Brite on this thing and clean this up. But yeah. We'll work our way back to that. All right. Making progress.
I heard your corrosion likes corrosion on your corrosion.
Yeah. Yo, dog. We heard you like corrosion, so we gave your corrosion some corrosion so you can corrosion while you corrosion. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now we got to fit 3 mean wells. We want +5, -5, and the
One of the 15s.
yeah, the plus 16 that we're using. How much current is that? Do we know?
See.
Oh, that was in one of the manuals, I think.
Yeah, it's in the power supply manual towards the beginning. Oh, there it is. Two amps.
2 amps. Okay, so I can use the small 15. I don't need these guys. All right, now I just gotta figure out how to get these things mounted in here. These
Could
guys.
put that 5 volt just flat on the bottom.
I mean, I could. I'm trying to think. Like, I didn't get the L brackets, man. So it's a lot harder to mount this thing now all of a sudden. I mean, I can do one of the holes through there, but the other one is not going to line up. I mean, I can line up and maybe punch holes. That's kind of why I was thinking stand it, because I could punch holes through the bottom and then come in with screws through the bottom on the bottom side, and that'll be at least 2 that hold it in place. And then for these guys, I can go flat.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're not going to go side by side though. But they will go like that, I do believe. And then I can drill holes straight up through the bottom for those and just run, you know, small little screws like that. And then we just have a little wiring jubilee going on there. These are not quite long enough, so maybe I'll swap sides here so I can go straight into the 5 volts from this side. I can go straight in with these wires, just like that. Although we may want to scoot back just enough for me to do the circuit breaker here. So let's get our circuit breaker back in. And then we'll just do the black into the circuit breaker. I should probably fuse this. I mean, that's like the smart thing to do. Oh, that's too long. I normally don't fuse my mean wells because I'm lazy. But I've got a fuse holder right here.
Fuses?
Probably, I don't know. They have an over voltage protection. So like if it pulls over voltage or over current protection. So if it pulls too much, they cycle.
Oh, yeah. That'd be interesting to see in the front panel.
Yeah. I mean, I've had that happen on the UE1 a lot.
Oh.
It'll cycle until the tubes warm up enough to bring the resistance up.
I remember that. I remember that in the videos.
Yeah, it's the inrush current is so even with like a 1 or 2 ohm resistor in it, the inrush current is so brutal that it spikes to, so that's a 24 volt 14.7 amp power supply. The inrush is so rough that I see it spike to like 20 amps.
Wow.
And that's like right on the edge of what the mean well will cycle at, which is insane to me. Like, I feel like it should cycle way sooner than that. But the mean well is a beast. Yeah, all right. So I can put a little spade connector on this guy. And I can go straight into the circuit breaker here. I mean, I've got a circuit breaker and the mean wells will cycle, so I'm not particularly too concerned. So I can go straight into that, and then we can come out of that one into here for our AC. That one can go in, that one can go in. It's gonna go up to that way. All right, so now I just need a drill, 4 little bolts with nuts for these 2 little guys here. Come out a little bit with those. Bam, 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 bam. Just drill my 4 holes for those guys. Drill 2 for that one, and it'll be vertical. Not the best, but I can maybe get another little L bracket on one edge here. But I do need, you guys are gonna stare at a big empty room for a little bit while I go hunt down a bunch of screws.
For the big 5 volt supply, do you need to space it up so it's got a little ventilation on the bottom?
No, the whole backside of it. Oh, I could just come through the side. That might be a better call, actually. That is a better call. Sorry, you had me looking at something else and I didn't notice it. No, the 5 volt supply, the ventilation is all on the top. So it's got a built-in fan and intake on the top, and it's like properly ducted on the inside.
Okay, because I noticed there was a couple of cutouts on the side that was standing up, the thin side. And I was just wondering if the other thin side needed some space from the bottom of the chassis.
Nah, that one, actually, surprisingly, that thin side doesn't even have any cutouts on it. So the little cutouts you were seeing on the side that's pointing up are unique to that side.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's
Gotta
much more
find-
convenient to be able to mount it all the way down anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I think they intended for you to mount this thing on, you know, standing on its side or something like that. All right, I gotta find. Okay, those will work. I gotta do some measurement to figure out where to drill my holes, but so I'm gonna take you in. Let's get the right size drill bit for this. Yeah, maybe it'll work. Yeah. All right. There we go. For those littler ones, I'm gonna need a smaller drill bit for those. More importantly, I'm gonna need some screws and nuts, which is a problem. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's start with the 5-volt. All right. We're going to be a little kind of flying by the seat of our pants on this one. Let's see. I need you. I need you. Because I really don't want to get the I don't want to get the, oh, what a dumb measurement. It's like 82.5 millimeters. No. Yeah. Not quite 85. And like, same for 30. And how thick is the metal on this? Oh, not thick enough to be. Ooh, that one's gonna land in an awkward place. So we're just gonna have to do them on the top. Which I think will probably be totally fine. You want to go. It's gonna go in flat that way. Go like that. You are what? Just a touch past 3. And you are slightly under 4. So that would be 4, about 7 or so.
Don't get too close to the backplane where the backplane plugs into the
That's on the other side. That's on the
motherboard.
Yeah, that's on the left side of this thing. Yeah, let's go
But you
at
gotta have
8.
where the board is gonna be.
And then let's see here. Yeah, if we're at 8, what's the next one got to be at? This one's got to be at 23. Okay. That's at 8. This one's at 23. There we go. That should let us mount it decently well. I'm not even going for pilot holes. Going full size straight out of the gate. That's how confident I am. Oh. I do believe that my drill bit is bent. Yeah, that drill bit's very bent. Oof.
Oh no.
I gotta go find another bit. Oh man, it was like wobbling like crazy. Sorry, we got a bunch in this size. I think you're actually a little smaller. Yeah, we'll go for this one, I guess. That one is not bent. Ah, that is a dull bit. This is aluminum and I'm struggling to get through it.
Oh no.
Dang. All right. All right. How well did we line up here? Crushed it. Oh my God. I'm killing it out here. That was like, I couldn't have done it better if I'd actually tried to measure it.
Couldn't have done it better with a drill press.
And that's just gonna bolt straight in. I don't even have to hog the holes out. Usually I gotta hog one hole out. Ah, man, not this time. Nailed it. Look at that. 5-volt supply mounted.
Not bad at all.
I'm all right with that. All right, now I gotta find 4 screws. I guess I can go through the bottom, man. Could maybe go sideways on these. Come in through one of the holes there.
Transformer had screws on the bottom, so
Yeah, it did.
Why
I mean,
not?
I could come up through the bottom. That's true. That makes sense, I guess. The trick is finding little bitty screws with nuts that fit.
what are they, M3s?
Yeah, there's something small. And since I don't sort anything, I just throw it all
I don't either.
in a bucket.
If I'm lucky, I can find matching pairs, but
Yeah. Hang on. I think I've got standoff kit that actually has like regular nuts and screws in it as well. I'll search for that. Yeah, got some. Ooh, M4 might be a little fat. I think I'm definitely going to need M3s here. Which is unfortunate. Let's see here. Maybe one of these has M3s in it. What do you got? Ooh, that might just work. All right. Let me get a drill bit that's appropriate for these. It might be too short. We'll see. 64 will work. All right. See if I can do this without punching a hole in my table. All right, we've got, that's our 15. This is our 5. I'm going to move the 5 up front and put the 15 back a little bit here. I'm going to come slightly forward with these and separate them a little bit.
Your -5 is probably going to be overkill because it only needs to be 50 mils.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it with like a 7905 and some clever work, but yeah, this was the smallest mean well that they sell. LRS 50. It's a 5-volt 10 amp.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be slight overkill. See if I can find that spot. But there's nothing saying that you can't overkill it.
It's worth doing. It's worth overdoing.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be super annoying. You got to come out. Oh, you don't want to come out. You're going to fight me, aren't you? Everything on this thing is corroded or stuck, rusted. I'm just turning it on the inside. All right, we're just going to have to work around it. That's annoying. But I'd rather have that support piece in there than not have it.
stand by.
All right. We're gonna go.
Excuse me.
Bless you. You're just not gonna let me get straight, are you? Oh, there we go. All right. I think even my 15-volt supply is pretty overkill. I don't know how much we need for it, but we've got 15 volts at 5 amps. Or that was our 16-volt supply that we needed like 2 amps for or something. All right, last one. Can I get through this without punching a hole in my table?
Well, this is showing 12-volt memory, so it's hard to say. This is saying 2 amps, so you'll
Can't
have
imagine.
plenty.
Yeah, I can't imagine it needing more than 5. Don't walk. You're just gonna walk, aren't you? Well,
What's always gotten me is how ECC memory works. And they put that on MOS RAM because it was so new they didn't really know how well it would work. So they added the the extra bits for error correction, single bit error correction.
It always cracked me up. Like the battery back stuff always also cracks me up. Like, because, I mean, I suppose they still do that in a sense today, but it's not the memory that they're battery backing, it's the entire thing.
Yeah, they're just the entire memory. Yeah.
Well, not like on like back in the day, like on this and on like the PDP-11s, they would battery back just the memory. But nowadays, you know, we have a UPS that battery backs the whole computer.
The whole system and lets it run. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was to emulate the behavior of cores without the speed penalty.
Yep. Line up for me. Yeah, I think you are. All right. Hopefully you guys are not too short. I'm afraid you are, though. Well, we'll see. I'll fight through it here. This is this is power supply.
I would sure like to see the UPS that could keep a 12 amp disk drive spinning.
Right? Oh, these are going to be just barely long enough. No lock washers.
Really? Oh.
But that's all right. I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Aluminum does a pretty good job of making its own lock washer kind of thing. It squeezes a little bit.
You are going to be a nightmare to get on. Okay. Oh, that's my fault. Oh, even that's not going to do it, huh? There it goes. That one's going to sit at a little bit of an angle, but that's okay. It's not going to win any aesthetic awards. Yeah, the only thing that I haven't taken into account yet is there's the reset signal. Yeah, the reset signal. I don't know what we're going to do for that just yet. Initially, we may do nothing and just see how it behaves.
My money is on inconsistently.
Yeah, that's a solid guess.
Yeah,
Well,
even holding the reset on the control panel when you power it up isn't going to help.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like
reset everything.
It's got a separate reset on the control panel. So is that reset? Like, is that supposed to be a reset from the control panel to the power supply, or is that like, I don't understand the relationship between that one and the one in the power supply?
That one is resetting. Let's see, where was it that I saw that? It's memory. Let me see if I can find it in the index here. Reset. Come on. Run. Reset switches. Reset conditions. Four
All right.
-1.
There we go. Let's take you off. Okay. Let's get some. Now I just need some wires. I think we're ready to start wiring this thing up. Grab you. All right, here are my wires. I need, must already be in there. And we need some of these guys. Also need better ones. These guys. I'm gonna need those. Which means I'm also going to need some heat shrink tubing. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. But I do need my heat shrink tubing, and I need a hair dryer. Nope. All right, let's go there with that.
The system reset switch is used to reset major system registers.
Okay.
That switch has a normal center off position, whoop-de-doo. When the switch is pushed to the reset down position, the program counter, status register, memory address register, and display register are cleared.
Okay. So what is the reset signal from the computer doing, or from the power supply doing?
That didn't really show that much. Let's see, where was that?
All right. Yep.
Master reset. Come on, where are you? Oh, section 4. Now we are going to strip you. Okay, master reset is basically there to keep the system reset until all the supplies are stable.
Okay.
At least that's what I'm gleaning from the paragraph. Yeah. Let's see.
gonna be too big for my
And it
wire.
also goes to master reset as soon as it detects power failure or power off.
I mean, this really feels like a thing that we don't particularly care that much about, if I'm being honest.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
All right, that's fun. I don't know if I have the right spade connectors. Is that what these are called? Blade connectors? I don't know what you call these things. Those are definitely too small. Unfortunately, I don't think Ace Hardware is open right now.
Ruh-roh.
All right, we're gonna have to get a little inventive here. Not a big deal.
I've made blade type things. If you've already got the socket version,
No, it's the
I've made them out of
I've got the other way
a
around.
loop type.
I need the socket.
Squeezy. Oh,
Yeah, that's all right. I can just fold the wire in half.
If you go out in the garage, I'm sure one of the cars will have a few in the ashtray.
Not the case, man. I keep my cars clean on the inside. I'm a real big stickler for clean interiors.
I thought that's what ashtrays were for these days. You put the parts you might need on the road in the.
Well, to be fair, in the Bellet, the parcel tray does hold a Leatherman because I cannot keep the jets and the front carburetor in. Sounds like a silly thing to say. They just, the vibration just causes them to back out, but only on the front carburetor. So I have
That's
to like,
good.
yeah, once it starts running like garbage and it feels like I'm way down on power, I got to pull over, pop the top of the carb off, tighten the jets back up, and then I'm good again for another week or so. 2 weeks maybe.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's, and I don't know, like some people have been like, oh, stake them. I'm like, oh, geez, I really don't want to do that. That's like a permanent solution.
You can't use Loctite because it would get dissolved by the gasoline, right?
Yeah. You can't use any kind of chemical thing because the gasoline will just chew right through it. All right, this is going to get noisy.
Maybe take a pair of pliers and just kind of crush the threads a little bit.
I can't hear anybody at the moment. Give me a minute.
If it is what I think it is, it's probably brass going into steel.
Yes. Aluminum. Brass into aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brass going into the aluminum carb body.
I don't know if there's any. The only thing I've seen like that is when they put a little divot in the face of it, like on a grub screw. But I don't know if you want to do that to a delicate carb.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, some people's solution is to stake it. You know, you put a little punch at the edge right where the threads meet the carb body, and then you punch it, and it puts a little divot in between. It puts a little divot there so that they don't automatically back out. But then if you ever got to unscrew the jets, it like destroys the jet, I feel like.
Oh, okay. When you said stake, I thought you actually meant like drill and pin.
Oh, no. Like just stake it with like a divot.
Maybe what was that stuff? Safety wire, I think it's called.
Yeah, you can't quite do
Can't
that
get to 'em.
inside of there just because of the way that things are laid out.
I've seen something similar on 3D printers. Is it's brass into, I think it's an aluminum heat break or titanium in some cases, but it's constantly moving and heat cycling.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's one of those things that like I can fix in like under a minute. So like I haven't sat down and been like, all right, I need to figure out a solution for this, because I was just like, it's running like crap. Hang on a second. I pull over, pop the Leatherman out. All right, we got all our power back.
Hey, that's part of the ambience of owning a classic car.
Yep. That's what I keep telling myself.
Experience. Is it 2-cycle or 4?
The Ballot, it's a 4-cycle engine, man. It's like a proper 1.8 liter. It's just like a normal car.
No, I thought you have one. One of the ones you have is a 2-cycle, though, right?
I do have a Mitsubishi 360 that is a 2-stroke, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't driven that thing in forever. I need to go get it out or something, do something with it. Oh man, well, you guys can't see what I'm doing because I'm looking for wire.
My dad had a Yamaha 250 1969 bike that had auto lube, and it never worked as far as I know.
Auto lube, mine had auto lube, and I ended up removing it because, like, no thank you. But also I didn't really fully trust it. It was, I say auto lube, it was an oil pump that was on the back of the transmission, on the output shaft of the transmission. So like if you were at a stoplight with the clutch in, the oil pump was not running.
It wouldn't.
Oh,
Yeah. So now I just premix. It also leaked like a sieve.
And it's that stuff is sticky as hell. Air.
2-stroke oil?
The stuff I've used, but it might be old, actually.
Yeah, 2-stroke oil is not that sticky. All right, I guess I'm just gonna have to use some of this stuff. I think you're thick enough. Nope, you're definitely not. No. I don't have enough
Not
black
wondering how old
wire,
it is.
man. There we go.
Now I'm wondering, when I bought this house, there were a bunch of little bottles of like Husqvarna stuff left by the previous owner. But he
Oh,
also had
Husky.
like ironing boards made of asbestos. So now I don't know how old that oil might have been.
Probably very old. Husky hasn't made 2-stroke. Well, I mean, first of all, 2-strokes were outlawed in like the sale of 2-strokes was outlawed in like the 70s, right? In the U.S. at least.
No.
I don't know about the rest of the world.
Well, it's for weed whack, like weed whackers and.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like a motorcycle.
No, I would put known good. If it was a motorcycle, I'd put something I knew was good in it.
Yeah, Husky. I don't think, man, Husky hasn't made a motorcycle in a long time. But
No,
if it was Husky like Weed Eater and whatnot, I have no idea.
Yeah, for emissions reasons, 2-strokes were banned for street bikes, but off-road, they're still.
Yeah, but the ban of 2-stroke for street bikes also led to the decline of 2-stroke for off-road bikes. I mean, you could still get them, but 4-strokes became a lot more popular. I feel like.
Yeah, Husqvarna is it was a pretty good brand, really, for their outdoor equipment, anyway.
Yeah, and my dad had a Husky. Or I mean, he had a Husky bike, but sold it when I was a kid.
Be loud again.
And he just picked up the hairdryer in my video.
I keep forgetting you guys are like 20 seconds delayed.
Oh, hey, I
Yeah,
see AJ's in the chat. What's up, AJ? We were talking about you earlier.
What did you say about me?
Said you stole my iFixit kit.
You know, I can't. I wish that were true. I can't find it. I have the bit you gave me that was missing, and you know, I remember. I have this vague recollection of this this talk that we had with each other about. Well, we wrapped that into the table, so, but I don't know where it is.
Maybe somebody at VCF stole it, and I'm just blaming it on you.
Well, if that's true, that's fine. I'll take the blame. But if you're going to blame me someday, I at least would like to find it.
Yeah,
so I
you
can
should
put the bit you gave me, which is it's still in my van in the cup of the cup holder, so I don't lose it.
I mean, you should at least like reap the rewards of the blame that you're catching.
Exactly. So I'm still going to hunt, and I'm going to find it eventually. Damn it.
It's one of those things that I just genuinely don't care all that much about, but it's a lot of fun to give you guff about.
It's the I stole it. Yeah, I stole it kit.
Yep. Oh,
Well, if JBev is on, is JBev on?
He was here earlier.
Well, there's a kit that I have from JBev that he lent to me, and I tried to return it to him, and he said, "Do you use it?" And I said, "Yes." And he says, "I just keep it." That one I can find, and it's right here underneath one of these. I mean, that one I see all the time. It's actually underneath the table I'm at right now. But yours, which has got to resemble it some, nowhere to be found.
It has left the building. Like
yeah,
I mean, I've torn the room down to like its bare components twice, I think, since then. And that kit is not here. So it's somebody's got it.
I'm not saying it. I absolutely don't have it because that sounded vaguely familiar to me when you said, how I ended up with it. That made sense, but that doesn't mean I know where it is yet. I'm still looking.
If you find it, it's yours. You can keep it. but I'm still going to give you shit about it.
As you should. As you should.
I had a question for you, actually, from a thing that Adam sent me earlier. Are you aware of this 5-hour Knight Rider documentary that's coming out?
Oh, yes, very.
Are you involved with this 5-hour documentary that's coming out?
Unquestionably involved. Joe and I were kind of we didn't direct it, but we directed the director.
Okay. Is this in any way related to the semi-trailer reveal that's going on later this year?
Totally coincidental.
Oh, that's actually a coincidence. Okay, a coincidence. Okay.
Well,
I was going. The timing of these two things are very close.
The other. Yes. Yes. See now, if he had waited to produce this thing and release it, he could include our semi-reveal video, but he's not. And that's fine. You got to get it done sometime.
I got to tell you,
you see.
I would have sworn that you guys. I was reading one of the articles about it, and they said you guys were involved in recreating the original desert shots from the opener, I thought that was AI. I had no idea it was. It looks too good.
Well, that's 4K. I can tell you, if you need a confirmation it's not AI, I was physically there and physically, saw the drone fly in the air. And as a matter of fact, I will share right here with all of you a behind-the-scenes video of that actually happening.
Oh, that's
How's
not
that for fun?
That's not a remastering. That is a full recreation with a new car. I mean, new old car, but new car.
Yeah, and exactly.
And whoever's driving it looks more like David Hasselhoff than the original.
Oh yeah, Joe opens our intro to this on the TI-PC that's not working because he has the non-working one.
Well, that ties it into this because it's another TI product.
Yep.
Exactly. Well, not only that, the TI-PC then will just have to continue coming to VCF Southwest one way or another.
Speaking of which, is your exhibit ready for Southwest? I mean, it's only like 3 weeks away or 4 weeks away or something like that. It's very close.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's 4 weeks away because it's May 1st. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's the 29th and 30th.
Yeah, I've got
not that,
three more videos after this video is all I've got before VCF. That's how I'm counting it.
Yeah, of course, because we have to, that makes sense. But I have every intention of having at least another one or more one-on-ones with you to solidify the layout because it will surround your LGP21.
Which is in a very interesting state at the moment.
Texas?
How caught up are you on the how caught up are you on the LGP21 saga, AJ?
Not caught up enough, but I kind of got the feeling it wasn't progressing as well as you'd hoped.
Well, it's the LGP21 itself is progressing as perfectly as I'd hoped. The Flexo Rider is a giant pain in my butt. I'm not happy with the Flexo Rider. But did you read what we found on the disc? You're a big archival guy, so you'll get a kick out of this.
I am.
We it's not a hard drive, but it is non-volatile memory, right? So it's like doing a core dump. So we did a core dump. We got the machine working well enough to do the equivalent of a core dump of the memory to see exactly what was on it. And all 4,000 words, all 4 kilowords, the full memory was completely full. Now, we didn't get 4 tracks. There's 64 tracks, and I think it's 64 words per track. So there's 64 tracks, and we didn't get 4 tracks because the heads are bad. So there's nothing we can do about that, which is unfortunate, but that's how it goes. But out of the
12, this was your Can We Rescue the Code on this 63-year-old disc, right? That video?
Yes. Yeah. So in that video, we got the core dump going. I keep calling it a core dump. It's not a core dump, but it's the same idea. So we got it, and we got all but 4 tracks. And what I've discovered this week is that the heads it's 2 heads. So one head shares 2 tracks. And so we have 2 bad heads, and they're just bad. There's nothing we can do about that, which is unfortunate. But the remaining 60 tracks is enough for us to kind of figure out what was going on. And so we started looking for strings, programmers make better lovers type of thing, right?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And one of the first strings that kind of popped out at us was a string that said sodium molten plutonium loop experiment. So that was exciting.
Sodium molten plutonium? What?
Yes. The sodium molten plutonium loop experiment. Then we found a couple more strings that were in reference to something called the UHTREX, which, after a little Googling, stands for the Ultra High Temperature Reactor Experiment. So this machine came from Los Alamos, and all of the data from when it was at Los Alamos was still on the disk.
How public did you make this in the video?
Public enough to say that the data's there, and I showed a bunch of like B-roll and stuff, but it's all B-roll that came from Wikipedia and like declassified documentation. So like I don't actually show anything that might possibly get me in trouble.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean I play it down like heavily in the video. I'm like, it's no big deal, but I was very conscious about like what I showed. I was.
It's been 12 days, right? No Men in Black have shown up yet.
Yeah. So I think we're good. I mean, the video's not public yet. I mean, I'm still editing it actually, but the stuff's been on Discord for a week at this point. So.
Oh well, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I see. So that's coming up in a video
tomorrow. No, day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Is when it goes public.
I'm looking at the one from 12 days ago.
Yeah, so the one from 12 days ago was just us getting the memory dumped. This one is, I've only edited the first 12 minutes of this one so far. And it's like a 30-minute video almost. I'm hacking and slashing it as best as I can, but I am way behind schedule on it.
With the information that's on that handwritten note about the program, I think there's a little bit better theory about what that data was.
Yeah, initially we were thinking, I was thinking inventory control, but now we've got a little bit of a different idea, right?
Right. What it looks like is they had taken various kinds of nuclear waste from various experiments that were beta radiation emitters, which are high energy electrons, moving at very fast speeds. And they were measuring the thickness of the materials in relation to how much it dropped the beta count. Kind of designing safe materials to store radioactive waste, it looked like.
Have you done
this
any
is silly. I love it.
what the half-life of the LGP-21 is?
The half-life of the LGP-21 is the half-life of my patience, really. We did, yeah, I know, because I know people are going to ask. Charles did actually wave a Geiger counter over it, and it's cold. Wow. I mentioned that in the video too. I mentioned that, like, because I know that people are going to be like, "Oh my God, you should hit that with a Geiger counter." So in the video, I'm like, "Yeah, we already did that."
Yeah, and you showed that the counter also only went off for the what is it, the tritium?
The aircraft gauge.
The glow on those gauges.
Yep. Yeah, I've got that in the video too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was.
All right. Well,
big archival. I think that's probably the spiciest archival data I've ever recovered.
GC Ewing, Usagi's next video. We build a nuclear reactor based on data we recovered from an old disk. Yeah.
In the 1960s.
Oh, that's just fantastic. That one's right up there with next up, Usagi juggling flaming CRTs with one hand.
Yeah.
Which she replied, "You're not wrong."
Yep. Yeah, that one I figured as soon as we saw that, I was like, "Oh, AJ will get a kick out of this because he's all about the archival."
I like the archival. That's pretty good. That's pretty edgy. Very edgy. I'm not used to stuff that quite that edgy.
Yeah, usually it's like, oh, we've got somebody's personal data on here, or there's a little bit of accounting information. To see molten, what was it? Sodium molten plutonium loop experiment. That was a fresh one. And that was actually a totally separate experiment from the UHTREX. So the UHTREX was a U-235, uranium-235 based nuclear reactor that they were testing. And what I've been able to figure out about it was the tricky thing that they did with it was that they used unclad fuel cells, or unclad nuclear rods, which contaminates everything in the primary loop. But they built it with a primary loop and secondary loop that were separated, and then you just had a heat exchanger between the two so that the primary loop could stay contaminated. And I think it was kind of can we make a nuclear reactor for cheap because cladding nuclear fuel sucks or something. That's my guess, at least. And then they went this is a dumb idea. So that was one project. And then the sodium molten plutonium loop was like a completely different project that was, they were mixing plutonium with iron and melting it. And they had it on a pump loop that was cooled by liquid sodium.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's wild stuff, man. It's one of those things where you're like, these guys are way smarter than I am.
Liquid sodium ain't too cold anywhere, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, no,
Jeez.
the temperatures involved are kind of a little ludicrous. And I show, in the video, I show a bunch of B-roll and stuff, but it's all publicly found documents. Pictures and whatnot. All right, is this gonna snap, crackle, and pop, or is this gonna give me 3 green lights? Three green lights. Hooray.
Yay. Oh. Yay.
All right, let's tie all the grounds together next.
Now it's on.
Yeah, all right, we'll use you. All right.
So for those of you going back to the topics, you were very excited about the in-depth Knight Rider documentary that we announced 7 hours ago. I just shared a video of behind-the-scenes stuff at 11:37, and for those of you who asked if I was in it, well, there I am, a screenshot from our own video from 7 hours ago. So there you go.
You weren't in the 6-minute trailer, though. I was looking for you.
Yeah, I am. I'm right. I just gave you maybe not the 6-minute trailer, but I'm in our video announcing it. So there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
I just shared the screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was a 6-minute trailer that was on Joe Blow movie trailers or whatever. That was specially cut up, and you weren't in that one. So I was like, oh.
But they got Joe in.
Well,
equal time.
I'm not complaining. Joe drives a lot more stuff than I do, so it's just fine. Sodium melts at 98 degrees Celsius. That is below solder.
Yeah, that's actually a little cooler than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Well, they had to get it to flow. They were trying to use it as coolant.
Yeah.
Or moderator, I forget which.
Well, that's the whole thing the Russians did with their, they made sodium-cooled nuclear reactors, which are safer than the ones we use. They're just, it's just one problem. If they cool down too much, they turn to solid sodium.
And then they don't cool so well.
Yeah.
Well, no, it stops the reaction. You can never start it again. You have to, it's no longer a reactor, it's a brick.
Well, the problem is it's an extremely radioactive brick full of plutonium.
Yeah. Right, but it's not going to melt down in that state is what I'm getting at.
But and
Nah, probably
plutonium-
not. But you still got to try to. The problem is you have to take it apart to dispose of the thing safely. It's still exposed at the very top and bottom. It's not perfectly sealed.
Yeah, and plutonium is not just radioactive; it's also a chemical toxin.
Yeah, it's chemically extremely toxic.
Yeah.
Plutonium is nasty stuff? What?
Yeah, go figure.
I had no idea, guys. I thought plutonium was safe enough that you could like play with it with a screwdriver.
Or use it to make a time machine. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the Soviets, that's what they used in their submarines, sodium cooled. And the very first sub, I think it was a couple of weeks into its mission, the reactor turned solid. And I think they had to cut it in half. I mean, it didn't sink. They came to the surface, but it was screwed. And they ended up having to cut the submarine in half to get the reactor out.
Jeez.
Now, the fact that we're not doing that much with plutonium anymore has been impacting space missions because the radiological thermal generators, the RTGs, use plutonium.
Oh, those were all plutonium? I didn't realize that. Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Yep. That's what's powering Voyager.
And will power Voyager for another forever.
They just had to shut down, I think, all but one scientific instrument.
Yeah, they've only got a few more years because the rate of degradation accelerates.
Yeah, because it's based on the half-life, obviously. So
yeah,
it's been through.
Yeah.
Hey man, it made it to interstellar space.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's off of something to say. What was it? Like a peanut-sized core.
I can't remember what size that was, but you also got to remember that's also early 70s technology, wasn't it? Mid 70s?
Yeah. So it's a peanut-sized core with an early 70s thermocouple.
And the Soviets used them for lighthouses.
Yeah. Yeah, all the actinides are just nasty.
If you look, I just put a link to the video in Friday Night Twitch, but if you ever want to see a video of an actual orphan nuclear source being recovered, they did it in 2002 because there was some people found a source in the woods. The scrappers had ripped apart an old lighthouse, most likely. Whether or not the people that found it were the actual scrappers or not, I don't know. But basically, you ended up with this giant radioactive. It was the core of the thermoelectric generator sitting in the snow that had melted around it.
Yeah, another one of the theories is that it was originally in a wooden shack, and somebody stole the wooden shack and left the heavy, worthless metal thing there.
Oh, jeez. Well, the generators are big because they have cooling fins and stuff, but
yeah,
this was somebody had scrapped all that stuff and left the plug of whatever the nuclear fuel was out.
Yeah, there's another one from I think it was the 80s or 90s where these guys were lost in a snowstorm, found a wooden shack with one of those things in the middle, and noticed that it was warm inside, and they thought, "Oh, this will be a great place to spend the night."
That's this event. This is the one. And those three guys ended up one of them died, two of them were horribly burned because they kept their backs to it.
Yeah, they got ridiculous dose.
All right. Now it's
I
time
posted
to
a
start.
link. I posted a link in Friday Night Twitch to the MHW RTGs that were used on the Voyager. It used 3 of them, and each had 4.5 kilograms of plutonium. In each of those contained 24 spherical pellets, totaling 4.5 kilograms.
Yeah, and plutonium is really dense, so those pellets are tiny.
We all learned about these from The Martian.
Well, yeah.
It's true.
And Andy Weir,
I knew about it before then, but
yeah, if you actually followed the development of The Martian before it became publicly released, he did the whole book on discussion groups so that real experts could weigh in on it as he wrote it.
Wow.
Yep.
It's
There's Have you watched his Google talk from when the book first came out?
yes, he talks about
Okay.
it. And originally the book was free before he had a publisher. So
I mean, the one that always struck me is the orbital mechanics of ion thrusters and what it would take to do the maneuver they do in the movie. And holy crap, he did that. He did all the math.
one of the in the Heinlein novel, The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, he computed, along with his wife, who did most of the computations, the actual trajectories and times required for the lunar catapult to launch payloads that size to attack Earth with what had been grain barges, but they filled them with rock. And so that all the orbital mechanics in that book, which came out in what, early 60s, are accurate.
Holy, that one I didn't know.
Yep. But he was a naval officer.
That's why.
So he had a background in such things.
Okay.
That's wild.
But
One
when
of
we get
my,
the Usagi space program off the ground,
Yeah. One of my favorite things about The Expanse is that they, the belters are creating a weapon to throw at Earth. And it's not like a nuke or anything like that. They just throw a rock, essentially. They just throw asteroids at Earth. And they just have enough kinetic energy that it's like setting off multiple nukes. And Earth can't shoot them down because they code them in Mars stealth tech, but that's the whole story. But yeah, the whole concept that it's just you don't actually need a lot. You don't actually need warheads. You just need a lot of movement. Energy is energy.
One of the
God.
Yeah, one of the interesting things in The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is when they threatened the Earth by throwing the press initially said loonies threatened to throw rice, and they decided to hit perfect grid markers on the planet so it would be visible from space, from the moon, and simultaneous. I mean, they were doing time on target so that they were hitting 16 targets at once. And people went with picnic baskets to camp out at the coordinates, not realizing how much energy would be close to like an atomic bomb.
Yeah. Energy's rough, man.
Well,
Fictional people, though, right?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but I mean,
Okay.
we don't have a Mars base throwing rocks at us,
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is these are all calculations based on steel-jacketed rock, steel-jacketed lunar rock, basically, because the induction field, it had to be steel in order for it to grab it.
The reason that I'm not in the room doing what I'm currently doing is because this is gross and I don't want to do it on the carpet. I'm hitting the corrosion with a Scotch-Brite on the backplane that we got to connect up to.
Oh.
It's gross.
But yeah, those kinetic things, it was one of the proposed plans, I think under Reagan. They were going to shoot I forget if it was tungsten or titanium telephone poles.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Rods from God.
Yeah, it was called War or something like that.
Veritasium had a video on that.
They had some clever acronym for it, but nobody used the clever acronym. Everybody just called it rods from God.
Yeah, Project Thor, rods from God. 20-foot long, 1-foot diameter tungsten rods from Earth orbit.
Yep. You just need some energy. That's all. There's a sci-fi book that from an author that I like, Marco Cluse, and they have an enemy in there that's an alien enemy that has ships that are just like shrugging off nuclear blasts, and like we can't figure out how to knock them down. And finally they figure out that they're like, oh, if you just take one of our frigates and fill it full of ice, and then just get a couple of slingshots and get it up to some subset of sea, yeah, it'll take out anything.
Oh, relativistic bombardment.
Yeah. Like, you don't need warheads. Just fill it full of ice. Just give it mass and then get it going fast.
V squared's a hell of a drug.
Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, all right. All right, I think we're at a point. Hang on, it's gonna get loud. Must be midnight.
Yep, it is.
My printers are reconnecting. That's our sign that we've been up. That we've been up for a while. Piece of work. Thank you.
2.5 hours.
All right, so what we got to do now is figure out which wires go to what plugs.
Well, you'll need to jumper the +5 to the +5 standby, because standby needs to be active.
Oh, it does? Okay. I mean, we can do that.
Yeah.
That's easy enough.
No problem.
Now there's two different ground planes on here that I'm looking at. And I'm guessing that those need to be connected. There's the logic ground. It doesn't really matter. I guess all that matters is what makes it out the bottom.
Yeah, well, everything that goes out to the bottom gets jumpered to one ground. So the original what was it, LC, logic common?
Yeah.
That comes out. We don't care about that, whether it shows up or not.
Okay.
It's just the 5 volts and the 5 volt ground. And all the other grounds are the same.
I need to get some nuts for my bolts here. I don't actually know if I have any that'll thread onto these. Let me go see if I can find some.
Let's see. Yeah. Logic common, and the 5 volt cent ground. We don't care about those.
I do have some. Excellent.
Those were all internal for the power supply.
Okay.
The old supply.
So we've got interlocked 5 volt and ground on the front here. Tell you what, let me go ahead and just cut up the wires for the 5 volt while we're at it. And I'll just go ahead and tighten those up. And then all we got to figure out is the 16 and the -5. Oh, and the standby. I got to figure out how to jumper the standby. All right, we're gonna cut you there. And the ground in plus 5 volts is interwoven. I can see them. There's a bunch of them. But I don't know which one is which.
Ah.
I mean, I think the front side here is going to be plus 5 volts, which makes the back side ground. But I'll read you some pin numbers here in a second.
Okay.
I want this to be roughly similar like to this one. These two, we're just gonna slice them right there. Hopefully this is enough decent power distribution. Let's see. We'll have to measure 5 volt at the on an IC on the actual chip to see how our power distribution is doing. But I think this should move enough current without any issues.
As long as it's short.
I mean, it's not that long. It should be fine, but if it's not, I'll run some extra wires. I mean, I got to remember that this power supply is, you know, it's set up to send out ultimately double the amount of current that we need. So
yeah.
So I might be, you know, I'm looking at the power supply. And I'm like, it's got all these terminals for sending out power. I should use all of them, but I'm like, no, that's in case you need to use a full 60 amps. Which we do not. I think we only need like 30 amps.
Rich, chunky amps.
Yep. All right. So on the board that plugs into the backplane, I guess that's 79, huh? So it's looking like 5 volt is going to be on 79, 77, 75. On 73, 69, 65, etc. Does that seem to make sense?
The numbers are really hard to read on here. Let's see, 70, 71, 72. You're saying ground, right?
No, 5 volts.
5 volts, 5 volts. Okay, 5 volts. 74.
You're going to have to give me some.
74.
Oh yeah, I guess so. They cut through.
70.
So let's hear 79.
74. Let's see.
Hang on a sec. So 79, 77, 75. So yeah, 73, 74, 69, 70.
69, 70.
65, 66, and so on. It's going to be our 5 volts.
65, 66. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Those numbers are so dodgy on the drawing. It's unbelievable. Let's confirm that on the backplane, which I just happen to have open. Okay, plus 5, 70. 77, 78, 73, 74, 69, 70, 65, 66. Yeah.
All right. You up a little bit. Let's get it good. One through the back here. Say you. Now let's get a little screw nub for it. Okay. Yeah, and then the ground are the alternating pins in between the 5-volt pins.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So we've got our primary +5 here, I think. If I can do that without shorting out. Yeah, I think we're all right. Yep. That'll work. All right. Let me hold that and really cinch you down there. All right, so we've got 5-volt and ground hooked up. All right, we've got 5-volt and ground. Next up, we need, let's go with -5, -5. I have no idea what pin. Oh yeah, we could, yeah, or we could do the jumper for standby. I don't know what pin that's on.
7, 8, 9, 10.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Those ones right there. That's our standby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do a solder thing for that one. I can't do a bolt on that one.
Yeah, I kind of expected that.
Yeah, so we'll come back to it. All right, how about -5?
-5. 11, 12, 13, 14.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that is you. I was expecting that one to be on a bolt as well, but it doesn't look like it is.
I think it goes right straight up to the connector.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
One of the
I think you're right. Okay, what about
the Memox.
Yeah, that one goes straight up to an edge connector, so I'm gonna have to do a solder on that one as well.
Yeah. +16 does the same thing.
It doesn't hit a. Great.
No capacitors, no components.
All right, so I'm gonna have to get the soldering iron out. That's fair. We knew we were going to at some point in time.
Yeah. All right.
Now, standby doesn't particularly need a lot of current, right? It just needs that signal there.
Let me check it again. It doesn't need a lot, no.
Okay, I can just do a board-to-board jumper for that guy.
Just for memory.
Yeah.
3 amps.
Oh, it does need a little bit of juice. All right, I'll use one of the big wires for it then. That was... What is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that?
3, 4, 5, 6 is 16 volts.
3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10 is our standby.
Yeah.
What is 11, 12, 13, 14?
-5. Are all 3 supplies right next to each other?
Right next to each other. I'm going to write that down. So this one is -5. I forgot already. 3, 4, 5, 6 is what?
16 volts.
Okay. +1, 6. And then this one is our standby, STB. Y.
And then -5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. As soon as this guy is warm, we can knock those guys out. And then that'll be kind of everything, I think. Oh, let me mark that on the backside too. You are -5. You are STBY. And you are... What's 1 and 2?
Ground.
1 and 2 is ground. Does that need to be connected, I wonder? It's probably connected on the...
No. It is on the backplane, but that was where Logic Common came in.
Okay.
So that was the interlock.
Okay. And the standby, we are certain, goes direct to +5 volts, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It made its, in the original power supply, it made its way there from the primary, or from the main supply, but was actually generated through the battery charger and stuff like that when it was used. Battery backup.
Yeah, we don't care about any of that.
Nope.
So we're just gonna short circuit it.
Yep. That's 15.
All right. Are you warm enough yet?
Yeah.
You are warm. Let's see if I can get some solder on these 3 traces. Oh yeah, that's gonna solder nice and easy. give me a little snap, crackle, and pop as I burn out all the impurities that are embedded in my traces here. There we go. All right, let's grab, where you go? You go. This guy. All right, this is my -5. All right, we got -5 going. Let's grab one here for our standby. And I don't know what color I'm going to use for +16. How much +16 is like 2 amps or something. I don't want to use a real thin wire for that, huh? All right.
Let's see.
Standby will come through here.
Standby was 3. Oh, yeah, 16 was 2 amps, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to use too thin of a wire for that. I was trying to get different colors going on so that way I don't mix up my wiring here, but
Makes perfect sense. Oh, no wonder I'm looking in the wrong place because it's the wrong document.
+16 down to about there. All right, what color am I going to use for +16? And I've got lots of other colors.
Purple?
I do, but it's pretty thin. That was my worry. That's why I was like, if it was under an amp, I would have used that, but it's not under an amp. Got orange, but oh, that one might be long enough. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 amps on the 12 volts. Page 9.
Yeah, no, we're good. I found an orange that is just long enough.
Oh, that's good.
You could smell it burning off all the gross corrosion.
Yeah.
All right. And since you guys deserve to see what's going on, I'll snap a picture of what the backside of this thing looks like. Oh, Discord, why are you being janky? There you go.
Oh, it's looking good.
Yep. And then the standby, I'm just gonna solder over here to the main 5-volt rail somewhere.
Yeah.
And then the other two, we trim and bolt in, and then we are done.
You might want to bring the standby out on a wire a little bit before you jumper it over. That way, if it turns out that it needs a delay or some other crap on it, then you can just cut the jumper and add to it instead of having to try to remove a short.
Oh yeah, no, it's the wire. It's probably going to be about 6 inches long.
All right.
It's not super short, but it's also
Probably
not.
not going to need a delay though, because most everything came up all at once. The only thing that was any kind of a deal was the master reset, which just holds the computer in a reset mode until all the supplies are completely up.
All right.
Yeah, and that can just be bodged up with a 555 timer if needed.
That's what he's going to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that only needs to be a few milliseconds.
It looks so empty.
Twisted. Yeah. Far cry from what was there.
Yeah. What a wild difference.
Yeah, you got room for all the cooling you could need.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the primary cooling fan sits on the backside of this and pulls air through this and through a little opening here on the side, and then circles it around and goes to the main CPU cards. So it's fresh air comes in from the side across the CPU cards, around a corner, into the power supply, and then out the back through the main cooling fan. So, I mean, ultimately, I'm going to have to put that main cooling fan back in. But
we used to run that thing, run 980s open frame without any issues whatsoever. So,
oh yeah,
it's only needs the fan for when it's in a closed case.
Okay, I just had the thought, gee, I sure hope they weren't using the flat of those boards for airflow purposes. But yeah, if it runs fine open, then they're not going to be doing anything nasty like that.
No, it's just TTL. I mean, it doesn't run all that warm anyway. So
yeah, no, IBM was good about doing that kind of airflow shenanigans, except they would put an airflow sensor in there that would trip and give you some call the CE.
Oh yeah,
crap.
Just gonna cinch this guy down since I forgot to remove it. All right, we are almost ready to see if what all we got wrong. Blue was my -5. It's gonna go right there.
no interlocks anymore. It'll power up whether it's plugged in or not.
Yep. You're gonna work, damn it. That's what it's. That's the mentality we're going for.
Now, I just remembered something. I'm trying to remember what exact machine it was, but DEC decided to get really clever with one of the bigger Vaxxon. I think it was an 8600, maybe. Anyway, the deal was they decided they needed to put airflow sensors in the thing because it ran really hot. And so they put airflow sensors in it so that if you open the door, it would trip the airflow sensor, shut the machine down. Then they sent this to, this was during design, so this went to field service, and field service says, well, how are we supposed to do any testing? So they decided to put a timer on the shutdown where if the door opened, the airflow sensor would give you a certain amount of time to do whatever you were doing, and then it would kill the machine. So then field service says, well, what if we need to do a long diagnostic, or what if there's a big problem? So then they added a button inside the processor cabinet that would reset the timer. Then the field service people put a function in their diagnostic where if the diagnostic was going to run longer than the timeout, it would beep the console to give you a 30-second warning to tell the field servoid to go slap the button or the machine would die. But usually, you're not paying attention. You're waiting for a beep to tell you the thing is done. So if you weren't Johnny on the spot hitting that button, you'd lose your diagnostic run. And I guess this made it into field trials. Everybody hated it and they ripped it out. But I remember being told the story. I just can't remember exactly which model of machine it was.
With a large collection of TTL, I mean, the accumulative heat will get warm, but I mean, in the case of this thing, it's not going to be an issue.
Go.
Oh, yeah.
And the 1101s, it's been so, I mean, geez. It's been decades since I've even looked at them. I don't remember if they even got physically warm to the touch.
There you go. That's what the power supply has become.
Jeez. Empty chasm.
I know, right? It's very different.
Jeez.
All right, so I suppose I'll check some voltages here before we go too much further. Yeah, that's on DC. Make sure that we got voltages in the right spots here.
Check your, well, we'll have to adjust that 15-volt supply anyway, so.
Yeah, we'll adjust it while I'm checking it here. So if I flip you on, nothing caught fire. 79 and 80 are ground, right?
Let me go back to it.
Or is it
79 and
77?
80, when it's plugged into the backplane, it's ground. Otherwise, it's local.
All right, I'll just check off this guy here.
Logic common, so I wouldn't trust it.
Okay. 5.089 we got off of that guy. Let's check our -5. -5.06. Let's check our standby. 5.09 as it should be. Let's check our +16. It's at 15.03. So
okay.
Yeah, we will bump that guy up a little bit. You said pin 1 is ground, right? Oh, but it's not ground.
No,
here.
that's local common.
Yeah. All right,
I mean,
let's see if
logic
I can-
common.
There we go. There's 15. Can I get to you?
That
Can,
wants to be 16.2.
Yeah, the problem is that my screwdriver is a little too big. Oh, overshot it to 16.3. All right, 16.13 is going to have to suffice for now. That's close enough, though. All right,
Should
man.
be okay, I would think.
We have a functional power supply now.
And it probably weighs about a tenth of what it used to.
Oh man, it's so lightweight. It's a little disconcerting, actually. Like, it just doesn't weigh anything. All right, let me clean up the desk a bit here. There. Get some garbage going on. It was super easy to fix the power supply. Only took throwing it away.
Well, if we just pitched it at the beginning, then we had had to do all the research to figure out where everything is.
Yeah.
Might be an idea to check the 16-volt supply, actually all of them, with all the cards in.
Yeah, once it's all loaded up, we're gonna double check all the voltage rails once they're all loaded up. But what I'm gonna do right now is the switches on this thing, I am terrified, are going to fall apart because they are just super stuck. So I'm going to drizzle some deoxit into each one here.
Yeah. Loosen up some of the grease inside.
Yeah. Not that I think we're going to be doing stuff successfully, because I think we probably got a bunch of dead ICs. But just in case.
Better to do it now. Let it soak.
I would really rather not break one of these switches. Come on,
well,
deoxit.
they're a standard switch, fortunately, so
I know, but they look like
easy.
a pain in the butt to change.
Oh, they will be. Just to get the front panel off. All those nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about finding the parts and the money. I'm worried about saving my sanity. I need to do what Adrian does and like put the deoxit in a little squeeze bottle with like a sewing machine oiler tip. This spray bottle is
problem
garbage.
is it'll evaporate. Yeah. It evaporates too fast though.
How does he make it work?
He keeps a little cap on it.
Well,
I mean,
there you
it's
go. See,
fine.
If it works for him, it's not like Texas is that much drier than Portland.
Yeah, there we go.
The only thing wetter than Portland is Seattle. Anyway.
That's what I mean.
It's not so much that the new components are smaller, it's that these are entirely different and much more recent designs.
Oh my gosh. Those things have never moved that smooth.
What is that?
I like how it has a light to warn you if someone posts loss.
Somebody posts what?
Never mind.
Hey, Indoor Fox, thanks for the sub and the bits. Oh, these are starting to loosen up and actually do stuff. Almost all of these have a up and down.
The bottom row, yeah. Oh, the mid row. Wait a minute. Yeah, mid row is,
Oh, enter and display.
yeah.
So down displays whatever that register is on the lights up there, and then up enters whatever's on the switches into the lights.
On the switches. Yep.
Yeah, because you would
Yeah,
want
and
for
then
the
red.
program to. Well, I don't know if they did that or not, but the way Deck did it was that the program can put something in the lights or the switches can put something in the lights. And if you use the switches, it overrides what the program wants. And there's an indicator light that tells you if what's being displayed is output from the program or the result of a switch action.
Yeah, they don't do that here.
Okay.
There's logic to what you can see, but mainly when it's in run mode, I don't remember whether it's data or address, program address that shows up there. But in step mode or manual mode, it's pretty simple. Let's see.
All right, so we're thinking just full send, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, I like drenched my laptop in deoxit.
Uh-oh.
On how you might dissolve your lap.
Yeah.
It's still working.
It's not. I've got two laptops set up.
The
I know.
keys are going to work extra well.
Yeah. That should. Yeah, I was gonna say that should make it work better, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you're running any Rust programs.
Well, there's lots of Rust.
What Model Asus do you have?
They're both Republic of Gamers, but I couldn't tell you what the models they were. A G552 is one of them, but I don't remember which one is that.
I think that's what mine is too. I don't remember what mine is.
Oh my god, it's so small. It's so silly looking. It looks even sillier in the context of the computer.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here.
Computer has all those cards that take up so much space, and there's this teeny tiny little power supply.
Yep.
Are you going to move the camera up?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move your camera around here to point at the front panel so you guys can see what's going on. I want to see some LEDs turn on today, damn it. See if I can do this so the Twitch chat doesn't block.
Something or another earth-shattering kaboom.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. I might scoot back a little bit so that way if it does let out the magic smoke, we can see that happen too. There you go. All right, and I am gonna stand behind it so I won't actually know if the lights come on.
We'll yell at you.
Yeah, but you're on a 20-second delay.
Yeah. True.
All right, here goes nothing. Contact.
Drum roll.
Well, we've got power. Nothing caught on fire.
No lights.
We
No
have
lights
zero lights. Yeah.
No earth-shattering kaboom.
Where's the kaboom?
We're waiting for the 20-second delay for lights.
Yeah. I mean, we got all the power supplies are on.
I don't think the power light on the left lit up.
No, it didn't.
That's true too.
Is there a cable you need to plug in?
No.
I know it's edge connectors, but still.
Let's at least
It's a reset. Just for
well, hang on. Let me
giggles.
double check the voltages here and make sure that we didn't that we don't have a supply that's like dramatically low. 16.13 still.
Oh.
-5 and 4.99. So we definitely still have
drawing some current.
Yeah, it's definitely pulling something. Yeah, where's the reset at? Over here. Nope, that doesn't do anything. Clear breakpoint, alt run. I can do a step, or I can turn the clock on. Whoa! Whoa, something let loose.
Whoa.
I heard it.
Oh.
Hasty.
Yeah, now we saw the smoke.
It came from one of the memory boards.
Oh
I'm
no.
pretty sure. Oh yeah. I can see the one it came from.
Hopefully.
No, that was definitely an IC.
No.
Yep.
Can almost smell it from here.
We can get deoxit in bottles, which is what Adrian does.
Here we go. I got a. I can show you the IC that went.
Of course.
This is beautiful.
Is it something voltage related?
No clue. I imagine it's the same as all the ones next to it.
It's better than having to search for it.
Oh yeah, I can see the smoke pouring out of it. It is a 75361.
75. Oh, brother. Interface.
Yeah, we'll just keep
Let's see.
this board out of it for the moment.
It looks like it melted the.
That's the small memory.
Differential
memory
line
board,
driver.
You said DS75361?
I totally forgot what I said. It is a just a 7561. No, 75361, yeah. 75361P.
TTL, it's a moth driver.
Yeah.
It's a dead MOS driver. Well, at least we know that
you
power
might
was making it to the boards.
Yeah. So I guess first question is, what's supposed to make the power lamp come on?
Front panel would have been my guess. I wonder if that plus 15 that we didn't wire up is for the front panel, is for the power light. That would be funny.
The 75361 has two VCC inputs, one from -0.5 to 7 volts and one from -0.5 to 25 volts.
Okay, looking at the clip, it looks like the first sign of smoke was either when you hit mode or clock. It was before you hit load.
Yeah, it was specifically when I flipped the switch, it caused that one to go.
Yeah, I think that was a memory write command.
I think it was when you put clock and step.
All right, well, let's see if we can get something else to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
Let's just let's keep killing components until we figure out what works.
The MOS side of that chip takes 20 volts.
I don't know where it's getting it from.
Well, they might be running.
No, it'll take up to. Yeah, we're running it at 16.
What kind of RAM does that have?
Intel 1103.
The original. Yeah,
1K by 1.
the very first decent
You said
Mach
1103s?
memory.
Yes.
Here's a picture from the data sheet of
I
how it
was
might.
going to say, literally, there's a call out on the data sheet of specifically 1103s.
Yep.
All right, the reset pin that I ignored.
Yes,
Do we need to pull it high or low?
actually, it needs to be pulled high. The power supply, you got a good point. The power supply reset is a single transistor that pulls it down, open collector basically, and there's a pull-up resistor.
To what?
So we need to pull up 5 volts.
Okay. So let me pull that up then.
Yeah.
The pin that looks like it had the most fun appears to be pin 2, which is enable. Given that all of the enables are tied together, I don't think it's a voltage issue.
I'm pretty sure it's just a bad IC.
Yeah, if it's got a charge pump or something in there, probably some transistor died.
Enable goes through
Could I not just do like a
diodes forward and then
RC delay on this thing?
NPN double gate?
Like if I put a I don't know, like a 4.7k ohm pull up to 5 volts on that line, and then also put a capacitor on that line, doesn't that just create a delay?
A second.
Well, it could conceivably. Let's see. The original circuit.
It'll be more of a ramp than a delay.
Yeah.
True.
Which I'm all right with.
TTL doesn't care. It won't do anything until it gets to its trigger point.
Yeah.
Now, TTL can be sensitive to rise time if it's too slow. You'll have different chips turning on at different times.
At different times, you got a point there.
I mean, let's start with just tying it high.
Yeah.
What's the pull up on it?
I'm trying to find it on the schematics here. Come on. $0.05. Reference ramped. Come on. Where the heck is it? I know it comes out on the left side of the schematic because I remember seeing it in there.
Yeah, 4.7k is probably fine. Or even a 1k. What are you? I have no idea what these guys are.
What the heck?
M reset. Ooh, that's
Okay.
crazy. 100 ohms.
Oh, they got a hard pull up on it.
Yeah, they do.
Dang. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go find a 100 ohm resistor.
It might be a good idea to get at least a half watt.
Yeah, because your thinking can deliver quite a bit more current.
Yeah, well, 5 volts through 100 ohms is just, let's see, figure it out.
How about a
much
half
current?
watt? Let's start with a half watt 470 ohm because that's what I got hanging around.
All right, that works. I mean, it's not as though you're full of, not as though the thing is full of memory and I/O cards.
Yeah,
So
it'll probably be fine. The bigger question is, what pin is it?
5960.
I think I got to get this thing out actually.
Oh, wait a minute. I take that back. That was on the board. Let me find it.
I gotta pull this whole thing out anyways. So
Okay.
take your time. Yeah, I think probably what's happening is that that reset line is not getting pulled high, so the whole computer is stuck in reset.
Yeah.
I told you we shouldn't have ignored that reset line. How come nobody listens to me? Fortunately, it is so much easier to work on the power supply now.
Oh, yeah. 2324.
2324. Okay. 2324. And we are counting from on the
Just
right.
love those typos on that schematic that you pointed out. And I didn't catch those two. The one that I caught was the logic common, which was actually the plus 5 volt sense ground that was labeled correctly at the top of the schematic, but incorrectly at the bottom of the schematic.
All right. Just to sanity check me. It's on both edge connectors, correct? They go to the original power supply
Oh, both.
Cards.
Oh, master reset?
Yeah, the reset line that we're looking to pull up.
M reset goes to 1060 of both boards.
Now, let's see if it tells me.
That'd be a good place to throw in a little circuit board up there in the plug area.
Right. So let's hear 80, 78, 76, 74, 72, 70, 68, 66, 64, 62, 60. Okay. I am on the correct thing. Now the trick is, how do I get from that trace to 5 volts cleanly?
5 volt.
Here, 5 volts. Okay, I can do that. I can go to the standby. Where'd my resistor go?
On the floor.
Probably.
It's where my stuff usually goes.
I know, man. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Stuck to the magnetic tip of my screwdriver.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see if I can figure out how to do this without creating a bunch of short circuits. Oh, we got plenty of standoff space. That'll work. So let's go down like that, over like that, and we're gonna go just right there. Solder's over there. Like that. Yeah, and since our 5 volt standby is just tied straight to 5 volts, I can piggyback off of that.
Yep.
All right. Scoot you out of the way, scoot you out of the way. Now we got to get this thing installed back in place. Pretty sure we have enough clearance. That is not going to... Okay. Yeah, we're clear. All right. Well, if nothing else, we did set something on fire today, so that's a win.
Released some magic smoke. Haven't seen that for a little while.
It sounded good, man. It was that... It's been a while since I've heard that sound. Honestly, I'm surprised that's the only thing that let loose. I was expecting many more ICs to self-immolate. I mean, the state that this thing is in is just atrocious.
It's a serial process.
I don't know, man.
One before the next one blows up.
I mean, I know it's the morning, technically, but it still feels a little early for cereal.
Breakfast for dinner is always an option. Never discount breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, we used to do that.
People of low-income dinners.
All right, round 2.
Just before payday.
Grilled cheese sandwiches and canned tomato soup.
Oh, you. Oh, the condensed stuff? Oh, condensed or from straight from the can?
The condensed Campbell's tomato soup, and you mix it with milk instead of water if you can.
All right, here we go.
Oh, the real trick
we got
was if you had some
light.
sour cream.
We have Alight.
Yay!
Hey!
One singular
Progress.
light.
And it's not the power light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the power light.
And you have that light because that bit is stuck.
Yeah.
That's the bit.
Is the power light even there?
It's nothing else lights up.
Yeah, the power light does look like a blank from here.
Oh yeah, no, the power light is totally off.
Yeah, what do you bet? Bit 14 is the bit that corresponds to that driver that smoked.
Oh, that board's not in the backplane anymore.
Oh, never mind.
It could have smoked because that one is shorted to something it shouldn't be.
Yeah, true.
That is actually a good possibility. That the 2 pins that got smoked were one of the inputs and an enable line. So it might be worthwhile checking to see what that input looks like.
I mean, we're not checking much tonight, but maybe next week. See if I can get a picture of this light. The singular light.
It is
That's
one
pin
more.
6 and 7. That's Y1 and Y2. Those are the outputs.
So let's power cycle it and see if we get a different light. Like maybe it's, maybe that reset needs a delay on it.
No, you hit reset.
Oh, I got a different light. I got 15 this time.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's one thing that bothered me about that whole thing. Because they're numbered backwards.
No, these ones are numbered forwards.
Least significant bit is 0.
No.
And it's not on the left. Those bits were numbered backwards. I forgot about that.
Oh, this time we've got no lights. That power cycle gave us 0 lights.
Yeah.
There are 4 lights.
I wish there were.
Yep.
And they're all shining on me.
Oh, we got our bit 15 light back. All right, hey, that's a win. We saw 2 lights turn on today. That's more progress than we've made in the past month. So
Don't forget, we also had a light emitting driver.
that's right.
Now the last time the bit was stuck was 14, not 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got 14 once and 15 twice.
Yeah. Nothing does anything. We don't get a power light. My thinking is that this power light might be the 15 volt.
Well, that's what I was looking to see if I could find anything on that.
That's why I was saying put a meter across where the 15 volts is supposed to be and see if it's open or not.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's all troubleshooting ideas for next week.
Now with 4 sense switches, does that mean that you could do 2-player Pong?
Could you do 1-dimensional Pong and have it be 2-player with somebody on the 14 switch and somebody on the 1 switch, and just do 1D Pong back and forth as 2-player?
I was thinking with the oscilloscope, you could do Pong.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Yeah,
Is there
one row? The canonical game for that is Kill the Bit.
Yeah. All right. Let's I guess we'll put it in run and do a power cycle and see if that changes anything. Have the clock on.
You never know what memory is going to come up as.
I don't think we know exactly what memory is going to come up as.
Dead.
Dead.
Unavailable.
Well, I still got a memory card
Not
in
the
there.
picture.
So I've got 2 memory cards. Only one of them smoked. So the machine was kitted out with 12K. And so I still have the 8K card in there. The 4K card is the one that smoked.
You might check the driver, the A bit input on that driver to see if something's funny.
Oh, those the pins that smoked. The pins that smoked were 6 and 7, not 2 and 3.
Was it? Hold on.
Yep. They're the outputs.
I mean, what if we pull memory and memory controller out and just boot it up with just the CPU?
No, because the pin 1 notch is right there. I'm looking at it now. The ones that smoked
Counting.
are the ones close.
Counting.
Oh, hey, we got 2 lights now. We got an idle
from
light.
the top. Counting from the top, it's counterclockwise when you're looking at it from the top of the chip. It's clockwise when you're looking at it from the bottom.
And we're looking at it from the top of the chip.
The top of the chip, the pins 1, 2, 3, and 4 are hidden. 5, 6, 7, and 8 are what we see.
Hey, what happens if you hold reset when you power it up?
It's a good
Doesn't
idea.
jive with.
What's the?
Ish.
That's the run light is stuck on.
That was the idle light that was stuck on.
Idle. Oh, okay. And we don't have schematics for those stupid processor boards.
We don't have schematics for anything. We got to figure this out the hard way.
And then let it go. And
yeah, that didn't do anything.
No.
Still just
okay, now
stuck
it
with the
says
idle.
idle. Okay, now you've got idle. Do any of the other switches do anything?
Nope. That's what I was just trying.
Oh, okay. The video hasn't caught up yet then. Damn.
Yep, nothing does anything. I can't get any response out of anything.
Yeah, it's making idle momentarily brighter sometimes.
I think that's a trick of the camera.
Oh.
I think that's probably my shadow going over it.
Well, I thought it might be that, but it was when your hand was way off on the right, so.
Yeah. Well, right now all I've got in there is the front panel and the CPU. I pulled the memory controller and the memory. So if I put the memory controller back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume it needs the memory controller and at least one memory.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if we could get any behavior different. The first time we powered it up where we only had one light was memory controller and memory with CPU and front panel.
Oh, all right.
I was just trying to see if it did anything different.
Well, I see what you're saying about the pinout. I think you have the explosion on the right-hand side confused with the top notch.
Top notch is to the right side.
No, that is not the top notch. That is a blowout. Look at pin.
We'll get back to this one. Let's worry about what's Dave's working on now.
Yeah.
Oh, the dots,
also,
the two dots, or the dots on the. Yeah.
Also, it is pins
That
2 and it's pin 2 and 3 that blew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that now.
That is enable and 2A. So, I guess.
Okay, now we've got schematics for for the B, but not for the A.
Yeah. Given that enable isn't blown, I would see what's up with that whatever's connected to 2A. Because those are internally tied via a pair of diodes.
Right. So,
Yes, sometimes we get a light up here, sometimes we don't.
Basically a DTL kind of and.
I'm still not fully convinced that we're coming out of reset correctly. Also, I'm not fully convinced that the 15 volts on the front panel isn't used for something important in bringing the machine up. So, because we know for a fact that we have plus 15 on a wire wrap wire going to the front panel. Like I visually saw that. So, and we don't have that hooked up to anything right now. So, I mean, there very well could be a missing plus 15 that's used by some of the logic on there, which doesn't make any sense to me, but it's possible. And if we don't have that plus 15, it's not firing up.
Yeah.
The question is could we hijack the plus 16 for the memory for that plus 15?
Ooh.
Or do I need a whole separate stupid meanwell for something that's going to pull 10 milliamps?
Yeah.
It's considering that each memory chip is designed to dissipate a lot. Those memory boards may use quite a bit of power.
Yeah, I mean, for the small load, you might be able to just put a decoupling cap across.
Yeah. So I think next
there was
week.
only one 15 volt in the or 16 in the original supply, right?
No, so the original supply produced plus 5, minus 5, which we've got, plus 16 for the memory, which we've got. And then it also produced plus 15, minus 15, as well as plus and minus 35 AC.
Okay.
And we don't have the plus minus 35 AC, and we don't have the plus minus 15. Now we've confirmed that the minus 15 is not wired up. It doesn't go anywhere. So we don't need that. But the plus 15 that we didn't wire up does actually go to the front panel. Now we don't know why it goes to the front panel, because the logic on the front panel doesn't look like any of those things, any of them should take 15 volts. But you know, we could be missing something here. Not like we're missing a component, as in more like we're misunderstanding something here.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of to do would be to put a voltmeter probe on wherever it's supposed to be coming in, and then do a continuity check to everywhere else, see where it goes.
Yeah, well, I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's the first step next week, is trace out that plus 15, see where it goes, because you know, we know it goes to the front panel here, but like, what on the front panel does it go to?
Wait a minute, I just noticed something. The front panel doesn't go far enough to the left for the power light to be on it.
No, the power light is separate, but it has wires that are soldered to the front panel edge connector.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's technically controlled, I guess, by the front panel.
Weird.
Yeah. So I mean, our power light should definitely be coming on. I mean, it could very well be that the power light is burned out and it's trying to come on, but you know, we're just not seeing it. Or you know, that there's something else, something more sinister going on here. I'm trying to think, you know, did we ever find a data sheet for the 37411, 412, 413, or the 41075?
What were those for?
I think those were the ROMs, is kind of what we were thinking.
Yeah. Not data sheets. Let's see. Am I on the wrong? Yeah, I'm on the wrong area here.
I got some corrosion over here that might be causing a bit of a short too. We might need to clean that up.
There we go.
Yeah, if those ROMs require, you know, plus 15 volts, then, you know, the front panel is obviously going to be very dead.
Yeah. What? Let's see. What am I looking for? Scratch pad. Control new. Can you read off those numbers one more time?
37411, 412, and 413.
37412 through 37413. And not listed there. That's control ROMs. I believe you'll find those. There's a bunch of ROMs on the CPU boards. I think on the rear board, AU2. Let's see, read-only memory. Those are 74187s. Those are all TTL. But what's on the front panel, I don't know.
Yeah, what about a 410, an SN41075?
I don't see a 4, anything that starts with a 4.
All right, we'll have to do maybe a little bit of Google Foo, see what we can find. Yeah, I think we made good progress tonight. I am still curious about our reset. Like I'm not fully convinced that we're coming out of reset correctly.
Yeah. Because we're coming up out of reset as soon as the 5 volts comes up.
Yeah. So we may need to temporarily, at least, put that on like a toggle switch for testing.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit more cleverer.
Yeah. Or but also I think next week the first thing we want to do is hunt down that plus 15 volts, see if we can figure out why it's going to the front panel.
Where it's going on the front panel, yeah.
Because I feel like that's probably important. Like if we're missing an entire voltage rail.
Yeah.
I just realized my guess earlier is correct. The behavior is inconsistent.
Hey, yep. We don't know why it's inconsistent, but yes. Yeah. But we did get the beginnings of some semblance of life out of it. There's bit
And
14 again. Yeah, and some death. Yeah. Yeah. We could also just have a very dead CPU, you know. There's nothing stopping that from being the issue.
Yeah. Or corrosion that's shorting stuff out.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could still be an issue here. But I think what we'll do is we'll start with the plus 15 volts.
Yeah.
We'll also trace the power light back to where it goes on the front panel and see kind of what's controlling the power light. Because that might tell us if, you know, the front panel is preventing the whole thing from turning on. But I mean, you know, I can feel the CPU putting out heat. So the CPU is definitely warming up. The foam that connects the CPU card 1 to CPU card. So there's the two connection boards on the top that connect the CPU boards. Yeah, there was foam on that has disintegrated and turned very gross, but I haven't like removed it fully, so that could also be creating short circuits or connections between them that aren't supposed to be going on there. So I think maybe we need to clean those off as well.
Yeah.
Because that could be preventing our CPU from coming up. And then maybe we'll just go through and Scotch-Brite or wire brush any corrosion that we see on all of the boards, just to make sure that we don't have, you know, a corrosion-made short circuit going on between two traces that are preventing things from working.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, I think that's we know for a fact that we have most of our power rails are good. So 15 volt, double check reset, make sure that it's being pulled up correctly. Maybe 470 ohms isn't enough to pull it up. You know, maybe we need to actually go straight down to 100 ohms.
Yeah.
You know, that might explain why it's inconsistent on getting just one light or whatnot here. You know, maybe it's like half stuck in this like floating reset, not reset state. So yeah, we'll check the 15 volt, double check the reset next week. Scotch-Brite / wire brush any corrosion that we see, clean the CPU connectors, and then give it another go. Start taking it from there.
Yeah. Sounds good.
And we'll deal with the exploded memory card on a different day, or never. I mean, it's not like we're gonna desperately need to have 12K. That one could probably just become a parts board for the 8K to keep it going.
True.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't look that complicated. It's probably not that hard to turn into a bunch of 64K chips or something.
Yeah. It'll support, I think. Well, I say 8K and 12K, but I'm pretty sure that that's actually 16 kilobytes or 24 kilobytes. I think it's counting in words.
Yeah, but
Right,
DRAMs
it's
in
kind of-
those sizes are harder to get. So if you
Yeah,
get
I mean, they're all one
the
bit.
64Ks, those are everywhere because they were used in arcade boards. They're cheap, and all you do is ground the address lines you don't need.
And we don't really need the ECC if we go with the new RAM.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably
Right now.
like one 8K board is going to be plenty, and if we have a dead RAM chip on it, we'll just steal it from the 4K board.
Yeah.
What is the maximum RAM that this supports?
Pretty sure 32 kilowords.
Words. Yeah.
So I guess no MMU on it then. Because I assume like that was available because there were models that could run a full time sharing OS.
You don't really need a full MMU for that. Just base and relocation registers.
And I don't think
of course,
the 980 was really set up to be a multi-user thing. It was more of a scientific / automation thing.
There were some models that ran a multi-user OS that was like similar to like IBM's OS's DX980.
Are you sure you're? Well, yeah, okay, I guess so.
Yeah, they ran something called it was DX980 was the OS that I think that it requires a 980B. I think.
Yeah, but you don't need a MMU for a multi-user OS. I mean, Centurion did it with you just pre-allocate memory for each user.
Most minis, most minis have at least a very basic MMU, not a full PMMU necessarily, but a basic MMU that's just like base and limit registers.
Later ones, sure, but like, early mid 70s stuff, it really depends.
What's up, Mazja? You're picking up an IMS 8000 S100 system, man. That's awesome. If you're on the Discord, post pictures. If you're not on the Discord, get on the Discord and post pictures. Yeah, man. That's cool. All right, it is 1:30. I think we made tremendous progress today. I'm quite happy with how this is now shaping up. We're now into a much more interesting and exciting troubleshooting session. So I think next week is going to be quite fun. Yeah, Mazja, there's if you check in the description of any video for like the past 3 years, there should be a link to the Discord that works. And on that, I'm out. I'll see you guys next week.
Peace.